then I shall welcome you all to another fantabulous session of Books in the North, or How I Got My Rue Back.
How I got my
I should just make a whole list of that. Just think of all the fucking movies. Dude, where's my cart? All that shit. Regardless. When last we left off, Savin nearly killed himself. On purpose, knowing full well what he was walking into, but then came out of it more powerful than you could ever imagine.
Mm-hmm.
He is now capable of turning into a spooky wolfer and a cutie borker. And is now some kind of horrifying bork tiefling mixture. Exactly, Tasha Aru. That's you, in fact. That's a Tasha right
It is
there.
literally
So
Tosh.
if Savin ever transforms into like full bork mode, then I'll feel bad trying to kill him.
It's okay, we already did that last night.
Hey,
This is true.
you killed yourself.
Yep.
It's true, I did. I
It is
literally
true.
killed myself. And then, as per normal, Tasha tried to murder me.
Yep. Let's see here. But yeah, it was an unpleasant week for Thyri, so quite definitely. Her week began with a shattered collarbone, and then went on for a straight week of steadily transforming under complete distress as her bones formed themselves rather less pleasantly than one would expect from normal transformation spells. Oh, and also the fact that she had to do it mostly alone because the risk of her dying would have instead turned her into a supernova. So she was mostly tended to for the week by adamant golems, which admittedly they were great and all too willing to take care of their mistress.
Yeah,
Not
really, it
quite
was
the
just
same
a
as Sleep
team
Buddies.
building exercise for my golem army.
Yeah, I mean, they spent the entire week just wondering if you would explode and take out the top level of the tower. But, you know, they're loyal. And someone just asked what happened to Savin. Well, after successfully producing an injection, a transformative that would allow a tiefling to take on the aspects of, you know, a lycanthrope, a wolfly creature, a syringe of ingredients made up from a lupine great beast, mind you. Sabin then immediately went back to Hubzo and got bitten. So, despite that usually being the kind of thing that is impossible, the Tiefling is a Borka. They are quite definitely the first of their kind. Her name is now Thyri.
Tosh is very excited about this.
Yeah, and she knows the importance of more adorable Borkas out there in the world.
Borgers, I'm really glad that my good luck charm saved your life and made it so that you could transform.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely your lucky charm there.
I can't remember what your death percentiles were. Wasn't it 40, 40, 30, 30, 20, 20?
Something like that. I think there was like a 24, 34 or something like that.
The very, very initial roll was like a fucking 40% chance of death on 2d100.
Yep.
And I was like, god damn.
And you even gave me advantage to try and, like, cushion the blow, but...
Well, the advantage was also that you did have, like, ongoing support and stuff. You went through the means, but even then it's like 40% is still horrifying for a character to just be like, I could die for this. And the fact that you're stronger does reflect the fact that you willingly walked into what could very certainly be an unstoppable death situation. Because there's no coming back from it if you die of this.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
you
especially
become
considering
dead.
I explode. Like, even if there was
Yeah.
res magic, it's like, nope.
Yeah, not for you. You become an ash cloud.
And so does most of my tower.
Yep. Thyri can vomit lightning. No, I don't believe you have lightning vomit.
No, that only happened once.
Yeah, it was.
And it was
it's
mostly an
not-
accident all over Ludwig.
Yep. Poor Ludwig. That was it. Yes, 40, 28, 14.
Oh yeah, Jeanette can vomit lightning sometimes.
Jeanette can vomit all the colors. She can vomit the pain bow.
Right?
Because she can also vomit, which I find most entertaining, in physical damage types as well.
I know.
Just solid, sharp vomit.
We got your whip from Kunna. Nice, nice.
She can vomit slashing.
She can. She can vomit bludgeoning, which I think is the most hilarious. You vomit on someone's face, and then when they wipe it away, there's just like a massive black eye and a broken nose. You're like, how did I do that? Scream vomiting pain into someone.
I mean, yeah, bludgeoning makes at least some semblance of sense. I'm just...
Well, no, because it's like, think of the velocity required. Because like to them, it would have still looked like a normal speed projectile vomiting, but instead it was more like they got hit by a car. I'm sad that power doesn't get used more. But also, I entirely understand why it's not used more. But yes, so things have to occur. First of all, there was a week of construction that Jeanette needed to finish rolling for from when they were in the Freelands. What was it you were working on? Was it Hinterland's Fuck Me Boots during?
I already did that.
You completed those. That's right. You had 4 days of sped up construction in Tower. What was it you were making?
Well, first, hey Tower, do we have any like Eldritch things? You know, components, parts.
You are delivered glowing cheese.
Huh. I'm not sure if this will work, but it might. I needed to create boots of Eldritch dancing for Anna.
Let's have a think here. Roll me 1d100. Hope for high.
Oh.
Average.
No, there doesn't appear to be anything like potent enough to use as an enchanting material. Like, essentially, for some reason, you're compelled to like just open one of the little work drawer, like a workspace drawer that's like underneath one of the working tables, and you can see that there are a few like eldritch-looking knickknacks, but nothing important. Indeed, the most potent thing is probably this mysterious glowing cheese.
Alright, well...
I mean, she might enjoy it as a snack, you never know, but...
I'll put that aside to give to her to eat.
Yep.
Enchantment.
Yeah, Kina, if you eat the Eldritch cheese, your next Warlock spell has +1 attack power.
Oh. I like this cheese.
Alright, well, I'll just start using up some other stuff then. I already created Boots of the Winterland. Get off of my things to do.
Yep. And Amxal, you've got them on the Cynthia sheet?
Yes, I do.
Excellent.
Alright. What would work for Kinathis?
Oh yeah, can you actually roll me 4d100, because over the period of 4 days there might just be random shit in like cupboards and drawers as you go through.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, there is no random exciting shit. There are two ones? Nice.
Oh boy.
Okay. So at some point, you are, like, during the second day, you're, like, rummaging around inside one of these drawers looking for something, and you open a drawer that's actually just snakes. Yeah, and you get bit. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
No.
Okay. All right. So it's going to be harder to do your test by, like, a little bit of DC. Tower apologizes for directing you to the snake drawer instead of the shake drawer, and then when you open it again, there are milkshakes.
I have antitoxin.
That only works
true.
before you use it,
But
though. Or before
That
you
is
get
for
bit?
saves. You are, however, still a professional alchemist. You can make a kit test to just see if you could produce something to counteract its effects.
Wow. Why?
No, 14 is enough for like basic poison effects. Especially since you're not in a rush throughout the day. It's not like it's slowly killing you. It's just making you feel sick and distracting you. So you can like set aside a half hour of your time and produce something to make yourself feel better. Let's see.
4 was enough.
Yeah, exactly. You're very good at it. And on the 4th day, let's see here. You're pretty sure that your father. Yeah, you're pretty sure your father was talking about trying to find an accordion, or at least it sounded vaguely like accordion. But when you opened a cupboard, it seems someone actually thought he meant scorpion. Can I get another Constitution save?
Oh my god.
Can I take my antitoxin before then?
Well, no. I mean, you're getting surprised as you just open up a drawer, but you'll have advantage.
Then how does
on...
antitoxin even work?
You need to take it
use it before you're going to get poisoned. But in this case, you're getting surprise stung. However, there will be a reward for making the save, but you didn't the first time. Maybe you'll do it this time. You have advantage.
No.
No, 15's enough. The scorpion stings you and you swat it, and you swear it like falls down and it goes underneath a desk drawer, which is momentarily concerning. And you go underneath and look, and you swear you can see the scorpion there, but it's still. It is completely still, and there's light glinting off of it, which you're pretty sure it wasn't a crystalline structure last time you saw it.
Huh. I poke it with the stick.
It appears to be a totally still moving, totally still non-moving crystalline scorpion.
I squint with my robe of eyes.
Sure thing. What would the robe of eyes reveal about this?
It's mostly just anything invisible and I can see into the ethereal plane.
You can basically see an aura of magic ghosting off of it. In fact, you can basically see that this thing, at least until it fell underneath the desk, was alive a few moments ago and no longer is.
Huh. Thanks, Tower?
You didn't get a response. You figure Tower's probably embarrassed that for the second time it has managed to get you attacked by a random drawer of stuff. Your father will also apologize for talking about accordions while you were trying to rummage around for goodies in the drawer. He should know better.
Alright. So, anyway.
You retrieve this thing, and it would appear to be a crystal scorpion. It's a little statuette, and it's worth 25 gold pieces.
Cool. I will put it on the shelf for now.
Yep.
Alright. Well, I have to go in town and go shopping with Anna. Probably grab Kalara, too.
Sure.
Alright, Anna, we gotta get you boots. I don't actually make things, I enchant them.
Boots.
Boots.
Can we get bells on them and ribbons?
Sure. Probably should follow Kalara's lead, though. She
Okay.
knows more about this stuff than I do.
I want to get boots with bells on them.
Kalara will indeed inform you that Jeanette herself was terribly fashionably challenged until her wardrobe was purchased with Kalara's assistant. And turns out that a lot of her clothing used to be like backwaters hick stuff, and she was like, "Nope, that won't do. Gonna get you some nice robes, some decent dresses, some reasonable pants, with space for the snake, etc., etc." So yeah. Jeanette is not great at actual fashion-based purchases. Kalara will instead help you get fitted for some stuff.
Well, I mean, she really thinks the hat her dad gave her was really, really cool, so no, she's not that good at it. It has a little bell I can ring.
It's true. It's true.
Diggly, diggly, diggly.
It is the most hideous piece of headgear ever. Have you got like the description for it written down?
No. I just have awesome hat.
Yeah, the thing is like a brass, copper, and gem, like just you know when someone goes over the top, like hilariously so steampunk, like it is ridiculous looking, and it indeed has like bells and whistles and dumb shit that you're pretty sure is actually just there for the sake of being stuck to it. Like it's fucking stupid, but it's the best because of it. Yes, okay. So some boots can be found for you, and they're like they probably go a little bit above the knee, and there are some like little leather loops built into the backs of the boots where you can put little ribbon bells through them. More specifically, like they have to get the little bells and the little ribbons separately. But it also means that if during a short rest you can change the make of your boots so that they don't jingle and grant you disadvantage on stealth.
Okay.
If ever you need to take them out, she will inform you that, come on now, you don't want to be permanently jingly. That has a way of backfiring on people.
I'm permanently jingly. Well, when I have my armor on.
Yeah. Regardless, though, yes, she will also get you some ribbons and some little bells. It'll probably run you about 12 gold.
Okay.
And yeah, she will get you some nice boots and some ribbons and bells and thread those together for you, and they will go in the loops. You now have jingly boots.
Jingly boots.
All right, and I need to take these for a while.
Oh, my jingly boots.
Well, I gotta enchant them.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Oh, I know that's the wrong one.
Was it though?
Kina's having a Kina moment.
I'm sorry.
His brain does all those thinks aloud, just a thing that only he is looking at, and everyone goes, "Yes, okay, Kina, sure, whatever you say."
I maybe have a lot of medicine in me again.
Okay.
I'm very drowsy.
Is this the closest you've gotten to being smashed?
Well, it happens every time I take medicine. I don't know what medicine does this to me a lot.
It's because you're otherwise a teetotaler, so it just obviously means when you do take stuff that would inhibit the operation of your brain, it fucking destroys you.
A little bit.
I don't know. The last time I got fucking high for medication, I just ended up buying like $100 worth of dog treats. So
yeah, you got the yeah. In fact, I remember you going, guys, they do peanut butter bones by default with the peanut butter still in them. I bought a crate.
Yep.
I think I remember you saying something about that.
Yep. It was the last time he was high as a kite.
I was drinking probably though. Anyways, let's see. What can I expend to enchant? Great Beast parts work, but I wanted them to be like alluring to help her out with her dancing. I didn't want to make something that would cause people to be afraid.
Is there a fascinate spell?
Is there indeed? Let's find out.
Let's see here. I mean, you have access to furs and scales, and those by default aren't scary like claws and teeth are.
Yeah. I was thinking of hunting around in Tower and see if we have any like enchanted scrolls of like alluring or anything like that.
You can get them produced, but you're still gonna have to pay for them. I'm afraid you can't use the tower for free loot.
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Sometimes Tower can do that.
You can sometimes, but also you couldn't roll like above 60 on 5d100.
I'm not good at dice.
No.
Alright. So, what spells are... Okay, Charm Person. The only drawback to Charm Person is that they know you charmed them, and I just kind of wanted something to allure, not, mind control.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's kind of in the vein you're going with, or something like it.
Wait, hang on. There is a. Oh, it's really. That's a very high level spell. Never mind. There is actually a spell called Irresistible Dance. It is
That's
a
like
bard
what,
spell.
6th or 7th?
It's a 6th level enchantment. Yeah.
Let's see here. What level is friendship? There isn't friendship. There's animal friendship.
The
Levels.
friendship is a cantrip.
Is there actually a friendship cantrip?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is not in Roll20's default little compendium. Which
It's
book was it added in with?
incredibly bad. Don't worry about it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, doesn't that cantrip like make it so that the person knows, and then like right afterwards, like they have a negative impression of you for doing
Oh,
it?
Yeah,
how
it
about-
turns them hostile after you do it.
How about Enthrall?
Enthrall's pretty good, or Suggestion.
Uh,
But Enthrall is
Let's-
probably exactly what you want. It just gives people
yes,
disadvantage.
Enthrall is literally Bard/Warlock, and it changes your advantages for charming.
Neat. I will buy a scroll of that.
Okay, it is a level 2 enchantment.
Enchantment!
Enchant me! You weave a distracting string of words, or in this case, dance, causing creatures of your choice that see within range and can hear you to make a wisdom saving throw. Any creature that can't be blah blah blah. If you're fighting a creature, it has advantage on the save. If it fails, the target has disadvantage on wisdom perception checks made to perceive any creature other than you until the spell ends, or until the target can no longer hear you. That sounds like a good distraction if you were ever to combine the two concepts. So sure. Let's see here.
While Jeanette is doing that, Anna is going to make her Eye of Friendship into what's that thing that you put around your head? Is it a
Circlet?
diadem?
Circlet,
Circlet?
tiara, take your
Ion?
pick.
Something that goes like it's what's in the forehead.
Oh,
A diadem? Is that what it's
Diadem,
called?
yeah, I think is what you're trying to go for.
Diadem.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm looking for. A diadem. I'm gonna fit the Eye of Friendship on something like that.
okay, sure.
That way I have the Eye of Friendship always open and looking and waiting to make friends with people.
How creepy she is so much. Alright, yeah, you can probably get a mounting for that. You're in a place of enchanters and such. Say about 50 gold to get a diadem, doesn't like fall off your head.
Okay.
And yeah, you can mount the Eye of Friendship.
Yes. Friendship.
Yeah. Alright, do you want to make your crafting roll, Stray?
Okay. I believe for the first part of it, it's Arcana.
It's your
20.
crafting, it is the craft, then the Arcana.
Oh, well, there's the Arcana, 21.
Okay, that's fine, yep. And your crafting?
23.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, usually the result of your like, craft skill dictates how easy it is to enchant. So, yeah, no, those are both perfectly fine rolls. Over the course of 4 days, you can indeed make enthralling boots.
Okay. I made the boots. Alright, I only spend, like, my working day at the tower, otherwise I just go home. So, just gonna swing by wherever Anna is and give her her boots. I did it! Now let's find out what these boots do. As Scow is frantically typing.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, deafening silence.
There you go. Sorry, I had to make sure the description was correct. Was wearing a successful.
See, and now when you're dancing, people won't be afraid of your tentacles anymore.
Yay. I'm gonna make so many friends with them. Boots wallet. I'm so happy with all of these magical things.
Oh, and I'm also going to give you Eldritch cheese.
Okay. Eldritch cheese.
Yup, a wheel of Eldritch cheese. And just a wheel of regular cheese.
There you go.
Yay, we did it. One more thing struck off my things to do.
Yeah, and then you have a week of construction time whilst Thyri is having a bad time in bed.
Yeah, well,
Thyri.
I mean, you have to say goodbye to my wife and stuff.
Oh, of course, yes. She will
Um,
happily join you for a lot of goodbye smash, of course, and she will tell you to do things like take care of yourself.
I do that all the time. I'm gonna work on something. Dad, I need to go talk to Dad. Be right back.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad. Dad.
Yep. Today your father would appear to be roll me 40-100. He's a turtle.
And a 2.
Yep, he's a turtle.
Hi, Dad. Is there any way I can make like a point-to-point communication device so I can, talk with Kalara while I'm gone? It's very lonely on the road. And I keep forgetting to send letters, and I have a bunch of them, and then I send them all at once.
Well, I suppose so. Such a thing would be rather costly. I imagine something akin to the sending spell would work, although it would only have the similar limitations to sending.
Excellent. Alright. Thanks, Dad.
No problem. You take care of yourself on the road.
Alright, do you want me to leave the book?
Again, no, you can keep it in case I am in a position where I might become something that can't use it or possibly damage it.
Hey, it's not my fault I forget things that happen. Alright. Bye, Dad. I need to find things.
Goodbye.
Rustle around the tower to start, getting reagents for this. Because I'm guessing I can't make this now, but I'm hoping to at least make one part of it.
Sure, if you're willing to invest, say, 200 gold.
Okay. And now I have 62 gold.
Okie dokie.
And 32 platinum. But,
Yeah.
All right. Now I can't make anything. I should probably ask my wife what she would like to, wear rather than picking out myself. Hey, Kalara,
Yes.
I'm gonna make a communication thing for the two of us, and I'm guessing it's gonna have to be worn on you like jewelry. I was gonna go pick it out, but then I realized that maybe you wouldn't want a wreath made out of bones. I kind of thought it was cool.
Yes. I mean, would it always have to be wearable? Surely carrying an object
carrying.
is a lot easier than wearing it.
Yeah, I was thinking like a necklace, but I guess a little stone, maybe? I don't know. Something that can absorb magic, because it has to be enchanted.
Sure, I suppose a gem or a stone.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll get couple of gems, and I'll enchant your version first, and hopefully I can get that done before I leave. If not, I'll have to send it by courier.
Well, I mean, she's capable of enchanting stuff herself.
I mean, fair.
Yeah,
So-
as long as you two get matching things, she can make it. It will take her about a week to make, so she'll probably be finished with her one before you are, because you've got to do traveling first.
Yeah, let's at least make sure they're resonating with each other. It would make us look real silly if we did all this work and then, started talking to a bush.
Yeah, quite literally, she pulls out the equivalent of a tuning fork.
Excellent. All right, let's do that.
Yeah, she will, tune it. Can you give me an Arcana test, please?
Do I have help from her?
Yes, you have advantage.
15.
Let's see here. Probably first one doesn't quite work out. You burn another 5 gold of reagents, but you can get it then after that. And then you have 2 resonant crystals. In fact, less crystals. I think they'd probably be geodes.
Nice.
Would geodes be common with this kind of landscape? I mean, you've got a fucking volcano around, so I imagine so.
Russell, brush. Sun is good. That's not fun.
Yeah. No way you can push.
Moses, you stand on holy ground.
No. That only works if it's set on fire, which if you actually try that, it probably goes, help, burning, I'm on fire. Fire is bad, burning, help.
No. Let's see here. Here it happens. Thyri sees a magic burning bush. It tells her to go kill her sister.
I
Now,
mean,
the
that
magic
is
burning
how
bush-
she got her warlock powers, yes.
The magic burning bush just tells her to kill all undead.
Yep.
You're doing a good job. Keep killing undead. I am actually your god. I am actually talking to you.
But only
Thyri,
you.
you
By
must-
the way, only you can hear me, and everyone who says that you can't hear me is probably a crazy heretic, even if they're holy people. Yes, special brain senpai.
Fuck. I'm not crazy.
There,
You're crazy.
everybody
Everyone's
else is
crazy
just
but me.
unworthy of hearing the voice.
Yeah, literally. I mean, that's how the the Undying Light Warlock works. Is that they have an aspect of God that only they can hear in their head, and they give them holy powers as long as they burn all the undead.
Yep.
And it doesn't even matter if that God's domain gives a fuck about killing all the undead or not. But the Undying Light Warlock sure does want to kill all the undead. So I'm sure it's perfectly fine and not crazy in its own rights. I love it.
Alright.
See,
all
Undying
just
Warlock
different
had
kinds of
a
crazy.
table of flaws you could roll on, including things like afraid of the dark and hatred of the undead. And I thought, you know what? Why not just take all of these
Two
flaws?
Yeah, just take multiple flaws. It's all good.
Alright. So, yeah. Gonna say goodbye to my wife in the manner I've grown accustomed. And I guess while we're in transit, I'm just going to stare at the eggs and tell them to hatch. It's been a while. I'm bored.
Not yet. They're still warm and healthy though.
Hatch, damn you.
Yeah, see, I get to look at a timetable every now and again and be amused.
Yeah, amused because just
Because
ignore my
you're
70
so
years,
impatient.
It'd be dead of old age. Or immortal. Or having died from trying to make myself immortal.
Or all of the above, frankly.
Yeah. I vaguely remember having a conversation with Dad about infusing myself with more pure face stuff. So I forget what it entailed, but fairly certain you just said it. If I were to make another one, it'd just make the test slightly easier to make the thing. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier to make a thing again, but also at the same time, like, you'll never get what you want out of it because it's chaos, and chaos is chaos. And there's really, like, trying to make a Fey injection do what you want it to do completely defeats the point of it, and then it wouldn't work very well.
Yeah, see, you say that, but Jeanette is 100% convinced she can do this.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, all she has to do is keep on trying, and statistically speaking, she'll succeed eventually.
I just really want the one with the magic wings that hover just above your back and made of energy. That's a cool Fey transformation.
Yeah, no, I mean, there are indeed things like that. There's also quite literal immortality in the Metamorphica.
Yep, but I have to.
Etc.
Yep, but it has to all be in context of a fairy.
Yep.
So some stuff I won't get, which kind of makes me sad. Oh well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So other than like glaring at the eggs and telling Jim to hatch already, let's work on another one of my projects while Thyri's scream herself to death.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of Thyri, Savin, did I ever ask if you wanted like a knife that doesn't like mercy blade, so you could attack people without accidentally killing them, or a cloak that will, if you fall off your broom, you won't like splat?
I'd kind of prefer the Cloak of Featherfall,
Okay.
because that will keep me from dying.
I have been saving up reagents for this for a really, really, really long time. I had this idea basically when you were talking about making your thing.
Oh.
All right, so I have the Great Drake blood, and I have some membranes from its wings.
Yep.
All right, so...
See, I would feel bad about you not getting the chance to make all the things you want, but you get more downtime than most parties get.
I mean, this is because we keep, like, doing, fantasy transformation drugs.
It's true, you do a lot of drugs, and that requires you to take downtime by force.
Woo!
Hey, it's not me forcing people to do downtime this time. I don't feel bad.
Yep.
All right. So, yeah, I'm going to make it a cloak out of this, huge wing membrane and burning blood. It's not going to be like fly or anything like that. I'm not going to go too crazy. I just want it so when it's activated, it just makes you float. Like, slowly float down to the ground.
Sure.
So, alchemy, then
alchemy, then
arcana.
arcana.
Alchemy.
Chain barding for a T-Rex. One
God.
moment. Let's see here.
75 base price, so...
Isn't it like 4 times what it normally is for large animals or something like that?
Those are
Okay,
Pathfinder
so
rolls.
29. And a 28.
Yeah, you make it exactly to specification. How would you like it to function?
I would like it to have a word, like a command word, either a command word or if you are falling just too fast. So Thyri's not going to be able to go. What's it called? base jumping, or like she can't like jump off the cliff into the lake with this on because it'll automatically activate, just in case like she's flying around and she flies right into a goose and knocks herself out. She won't die from falling because Jeanette is convinced that goose is going to hit her in the head. That's what they do. Have you seen gooses? They're mean. Geese. Goose eye. Garce.
Gorse. Gouses.
Yeah, they have teeth on their tongues. And I guess I'll just fold this up and wait for Thyri to stop thrashing.
Yep.
I probably like go up to her and try to tell her everything I did, and I'm like, "You're impossible right now."
She's like been in the middle of one of her like growing pains, effectively. So it feels like everything is just one gigantic cramp, and she's just sweating buckets and staring at you and unable to hear most of the words that you're saying. She's staring at you in like an utter state, like, and you're just like, "Hey, Thyri, I did all of this stuff."
Poor Thyri.
Fucking geese! I love that video.
It's the best video ever.
It is very Canadian. He's a good dude, though. Fucking geese.
All right. Well, so how much? She doesn't understand. I'll just give it to her later. So how much downtime did that take?
It took you a week.
Okay.
Takes a week to craft a magic item.
Okay. And since this is 2 weeks of nonsense, I'm going to finish up my little orb. Actually, I was going to do the orb first. Damn. Can I say I did the orb first?
I feel like Cynthia's Jeanette is the correct amount of dits that she would go entirely impulse, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Yeah, you literally sat down. You literally sat down and was like, "Okay, and build." And probably like 3 days into your construction, you get a message from your real wife like, "Is it taking you longer to build than expected?" She is not surprised at all that you got distracted by other magic things.
Yeah, it's a character. All right, I'm gonna. I'll go and do that now. Oops.
And no pets. The price goes up by a multiplication for every time, so it goes from 4 to multiplied by a multiple of 16 for your price of chain barding.
26 and 16.
So
That's 1,200, which is still less than plate for Jason.
it is, yeah. It'll cost you, a shit ton to get chain barding for it.
It's actually a 17. I forgot about my milk.
Okay, so that's wait. That'll wait a bit then.
Yes, it will indeed cost you a lot of money to get chain barding fitted to your big feathery T-Rex.
Yeah. Lucky
And
he's a good one.
you'd best expect them to need to custom make that. Like having the chain itself in like sets and sets is not a problem. So luckily you don't have to wait for them to literally build chain, because that would take a month because it's not a quick job. They do make sheets of chain, but it will still take a few days at least to like get enough of it together for a T-Rex's barding.
Oh, sure. I mean, I just need the money right now anyway.
Yeah.
And one more thing off my list. That's been on my list forever.
Yep. Let's see here.
Like I said,
Vage, you say a T-Rex's skull is tougher than a steel plate, but like it's not the fact that it's got a tough skull, but still like the flesh above it is quite penetrable, and getting hit on what is directly your skull is not going to be pleasant for the brain stuff behind it. So yes, technically, I mean, yes, bone is tougher than a lot of stuff that you would wear as armor. It's getting hit in the bone that sucks.
Yeah.
It's
the
really...
T-Rex only has 13 natural armor.
Yes, it's very, very easy to hit. It just also happens to have
very
a
big.
lot. Yeah, It has a lot of health because it can withstand getting hit very often.
I'm just trying to bump that up to 16.
Still ridiculous we have a T-Rex, my god.
Yep.
It's amazing, though.
That's not the craziest thing that you guys have done. In fact, I think arguably Helltam, the Hellhound you built with a Soul Forge, is a lot crazier than the T-Rex you acquired.
No,
it's-
that's pretty normal.
No, I'm willing to give the weirdest thing we've done is Thyri nearly killing herself to become a werewolf.
That's also crazy.
It is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, one of you has mutated themselves, one of you has bought a T-Rex, and one of you created life. So I'm gonna go still. I think that the creating life was the crazier one. Insert mad laughter. Hit the switch, Igor.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And it was
Ridic-
Igor.
Yeah, ridiculous and awesome are two sides of the same coin.
It's true.
Alright.
If T-Rex gets armor, does natural armor still count? No. No, it does not. You do not stack armors in this ever.
Yeah.
Alright.
It is not like Pathfinder where natural armor is its own stat. It means 13 is how tough it is naked.
Alright.
Tentacle Apocalypse was also up there for crazy. Yeah.
That was fun. Alright. So, yeah, I'm just
20
gonna...
There was a tentacle apocalypse.
You are the tentacle apocalypse.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, that's me. I'm going to, very,
Sunset is fine just the way he is, Vade.
not
You do not need
bashfully,
to turn him into a-
guiltily? very guiltily make, that, sending stone, and then send a very, oops. Sorry, I forgot a little.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a week to make. You can pick away at it during transit, but it's gonna take you thrice the time, as every
Just-
creation does during moving.
Just make sure you don't put your
Yeah.
sending stone in your back pocket so you don't butt dial your wife.
That's good.
Just wanted to see this.
Yeah, he doesn't need turning into a Devil Joe.
Oh.
That's a good damage roll there, though.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's fine.
10 above average.
What's the thing that flies is just a fucking B2 bomber, the Flying Devil Joe. I forget its name.
I don't know. I never played Monhun.
Oh, okay. One of the nerds in chat will know.
I'm sure
I
they'll
keep
know.
forgetting its name. Yeah, no, it's an asshole. It's basically, hey, are you in the middle of a fight with a monster? How would you like a flying B2 bomber to turn up? And it just does. It just flies over you and throws, just carpet bombs you over and over again. Lands on you and then carpet bombs you some more. It's kind of an asshole.
Can a druid use wild shape to turn into a rock and then
No.
shit on an enemy from very high up and hurt them with terminal velocity? Shit.
No.
I don't think so.
I like high on drugs, Kinathis.
Yeah.
Alright, then is that all of your crafting stuff?
Yeah, I think, yeah, Basil Goose. God, what a dickhead the Basil Goose is. The Basil Goose 2 bomber. Yes, no, I'm afraid that the terminal velocity of shit is not powerful enough. Oh man, I'm hungry. The bagel goose, yes. All right. So yeah, you get some construction done, and then we root back in opposite time warp, and Thyri is up and active, and it
Hold on
works.
one
She's alive.
second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to have dedicated one day to go down, like during the week to go down to Maker's Rest to turn in some parts to make a magic short bow.
That's true. Yes. And yeah, I imagine that you want to do that on the first day so that you can pick it up the day after Theory Transformation.
Yeah, so as long as we make sure that Theory's moderately alright before leaving to do this.
Yeah, you deducted the goods and money already. Yes.
I think so. I think 2 pints of strong aqua blood and however many sinews would be fine to use.
Yep, and you need bone as well.
Oh, I need bone for it. I thought we could have used the some sort of wood to and the blood to lacquer that wood, along with like soaking the sinew and blood before making the bow.
I believe that even if it doesn't make up like the whole body of anything, like some bone is always required to make, a solidity, a structure. Like I think every time everyone's needed to make a solid object, they've needed bone or claw.
Okay,
So
then,
yeah,
how much-
bone or claw would be required. It probably looked like where you get like enameling and stuff on grip.
All right, fair enough. How many bones or claws would you like then for it?
1 large or 4 small.
All right, are we okay with me taking
Mhm.
one large bone from Dark Beast Parl then?
Sure.
All right, then, yep. However many sinews, 2 pints of strong aqua, and 1 large bone from Dark Beast Parl.
Cool. All right then. Which creature was the sinew from?
It was also from Dark Beast Parl.
All right. So there's going to be a stilted chance of it being Parl related, although you have Aquid enchantment as well. You want to roll for this creation then?
Oh,
You
yeah, see if
bet
you
I
can get a
do.
lightning short bow. That'd be baller.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it would be
effectively
awesome.
what he's trying to make. Roll me 4d100. The first 3 results will
You
be
should
lightning
make-
related.
You should make wrist-mounted
You should have
crossbows.
made a fucking bow blade.
Against all odds, it's going to be closer to Aquid's.
That's all right. All right.
Does that
Yep.
mean cold instead?
Water bow,
Let's
it
see
just
here,
splashes you.
What damage did the crab do? I think I still got crabos.
What did the crab do?
Let's have a
Acid,
look at-
maybe?
You might
enemy
have
crab.
done acid, I think, or
I
poison.
think it was acid. I know that he had acidic spurs. Let's see here. Claw, smash, direct the
man, you
host,
could use those spurs
shell,
to make
flail.
arrowheads.
And what effects did the tentacles themselves do?
Oh, you
Slap
could use all those
spur.
spurs to make arrowheads, and since they're great beast bards, they'd probably survive the impact of being shot. You could probably just retrieve the arrowheads most of the time.
Nah, magic ammo is
No,
expended.
magic arrows are always expended, I'm afraid. But you could indeed
that's-
make acid arrows with them.
That's bullshit.
Bullshit. It's still acid arrows, but yeah, no, they don't come back. But it would do acid arrows on people, which is always fun. Let's see here. The crab itself did not have any elemental attacks, so I guess it's going to be lightning anyway.
Ah, cool.
Let's see here. First up, fail. Okay, yeah. It may actually be that the arrows that you shoot at things will do bludgeoning damage as well as the lightning instead. Because it looks like
Neat.
the crab itself never did pierce. It had slash and bludgeon. I think bludgeon is funnier.
Ah, yes, the skeleton bane bow. Actually, that's kind of useful considering my mom's a necromancer.
Yeah, it'd be very useful actually for that
Oh,
kind
please,
of
she
stuff.
just hires necromancers.
I mean, she is literally a necromancer herself. She said so.
Yeah, but I mean, she knows how to. Suddenly forgot the word. But get the people to do shit for you.
Delegate.
Delegate, yes, she knows how to delegate.
Great.
The actions of evil would go very slowly if she were the only necromancer. Let's see. Okay, so yes, it will be Parl related for the element, and we're going to get some crab bludgeon up in here. Now let us see here. Did you put in enough for it to be +2? I can't remember.
I don't know. I'm using 2 pints of the strong aqua, 1 large bone, and if I
Okay, it'll be a
use
+1.
how many sinew? Okay.
Yeah. The blood strength will always dictate the enhancement bonus.
All right then.
Okay. All right. Roll me 2d100, please.
All right, that's great.
Okay. Well, B. Okay then.
I remember.
Ah,
I thought I was muted, but I was. Wait.
You are not muted right now. There you go.
Neat.
Very easy when you roll just the same statistic twice. So there you go. A short bow of lightning menace. This short bow deals an additional 1d6 lightning damage on hit. The short bow's arrows naturally deal bludgeoning damage no matter what ammunition shape is used. This cannot be used to dictate a non-lethal damage, however. Thrice per day, declared before the attack is made, you may grant the next attack against it advantage.
Very neat. I'll go right to work on putting this into my character sheet.
What do you mean by the next attack against it? Do you mean your target or the next attack you make?
The target.
Okay.
Against.
Neat. So if you
3
use
guiding
that,
bolt a day.
and if you use that and then I hit it with guiding bolt, then you can trigger sneak attack and then use it again, and oh boy.
Chain guiding bolt.
I suppose. I mean, that I think depends on initiative a little bit because it doesn't like it will grant that like would the next person I make an attack advantage. If they really wanted to be goony and you're up against like intelligent humanoids, they can choose to punch their friend for it with advantage just so that they can take that away from you.
Oh, and if they can't beat Sunset's bite grapple DC, they're restrained, and therefore you get an advantage on attack rolls on them.
That's also true. It wouldn't be the case usually, except that Sunset's a big creature, so no one is going to like. There's no like rummaging around and squiggling with him and trying to put him in the way of the shot instead.
No, he picks them up and
He just holds them in his fucking teeth. All right. I've got like the hungry shake, so I'll be right back a moment to fetch a banana.
Yay.
If all of you want to do the same, a little break chance to grab drinks or whatever.
What do I got in the way of lunch?
Yeah. Hungry wizard.
Got these mozzarella sticks. They're a bit janky to heat up in the microwave, but I have done it before and I will do it again.
Yay.
Yay.
Where'd everybody go? Why is it so quiet?
Everyone died, Kinathis.
Oh no.
People are going to get drinks and food and
Oh.
stuff like that.
Oh. Okay.
I'm quite happy with how that short bow turned out. It's nice.
Yay. Everyone is sleeping.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm
just
stuffing
updated.
my big faggot face with ice cream. What do you want?
What kind of ice cream?
Vanilla bean, bitch.
Vanilla bean's the best.
It's true.
When I actually ever bother eating ice cream, because I'm not a huge fan of sweets. But when I do, vanilla bean. It's got to have a little flecks of vanilla in it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I forgot to ask, Scout, how much did this cost? Like what, 100 platinum or something like that?
It was. God, I think it was 200 gold for making magical items. I think that sounds about correct.
You should put
So
this
it's not
stuff in a handout so we...
I really should make like just a costs handout for all of this shit, but keep forgetting. And yeah, although I'd been originally hanging for banana, instead I made a sandwich. Oh. Alright, so, where were we? While I'm munching down so much.
We were just getting back to how Thyri was recovered and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That sounds familiar.
Would you like to take your new Borka body for a spin in theory? And not just in the marital arts, but perhaps seeing how actually resilient and tough you is.
I kind of feel like no.
Ah.
Theory's probably suffered enough lately that she doesn't want to just get, like, beat on.
She would much rather beat off.
Exactly. Well, beat her husband off.
Yes.
Does Thyri have natural armor now?
I mean, she has a little bit of DR, but she doesn't have, like, a natural
Alright.
AC. I don't think any of you get natural AC scores.
Yeah.
That's true.
I have DR 5. That's pretty baller.
And you also got weakness to silver now as well.
Well, that
This is true.
bypasses DR.
Yeah, you might have to fetch some different jewelry if you had any silver on you.
Jewelry. That's cute.
Oh, come on, you want pretty princess tiaras and shit.
Well, yeah, but Thyri always just made them out of her disguises. She didn't actually buy things.
Mm.
She's way too poor until, like, just recently.
They were just illusory crowns.
Yeah. Like, I think the only jewelry she really has is her wedding ring.
Do you have a
Really?
ring?
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, that's right, you got married.
Could have sworn you
Oh,
had more.
I have a pretty princess tiara. I actually did
Yeah.
buy one back in town.
Yeah, you literally spent money to get a pretty golden tiara.
Yeah, it's a gold tiara. Other than that, and my magic items... No, I have literally no jewelry. So I
fair
have
enough.
my little tiara and my wedding ring. But hey,
Alright.
speaking of large objects made of silver,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as Thyri gets gets the chance to be by herself and has confirmed that she's not like gonna die anymore,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna go up to her tower and she's gonna take out a thing that she's been holding on to since the beginning of this goddamn game, like session 2 or something, which is a arcane sending circle from Mother's Cult. The big, fat, like, iron ring we got from one of their little graveyard bases.
That's right. You've had that like strapped to the carriage, have you?
Yep. Had it strapped to the carriage, like wrapped up in a blanket or something.
Okay.
So she's gonna roll that up into the tower.
Sure, your golems will help you like lift and carry it.
Yeah. Thank
To
you.
be fair,
thank
it
you.
doesn't really fit in the door, which is going to be probably a problem.
Does it fit through the trapdoor in the attic?
No, that's smaller than your front gate.
Does it
You can
fit
get it on
through
top
any of
of
the
your tower.
windows?
No, those are all like arrow slits and kill holes.
Alright, well I guess I'm going up to the roof. I'm just gonna put it down there.
Sure.
Plunk.
Right.
Just wherever there aren't people. That's where I go.
Let's see here if I've still got that cave.
I also don't
hanging around.
have control over this Thyri token on this map.
That's because that theory token doesn't exist anymore. Give me a moment.
I see.
Uh,
I think I can actually just drag myself onto the map. Hold on, let me try. Maybe not.
1 sec. Theory. Kunna. Boop. There you go. Are you able to move around?
Yeah. Doesn't have anything filled out on it. And I don't have sight.
Oh, then. Okay, 1 second. Oh, wait, here's another one, like, right here. Did you actually succeed in dragging one out?
No. That's just me moving it around.
No, there's one, like, right next to it.
Nope.
It says, represents character Theory Kunna controlled by Theory. It doesn't have vision, though. Okay.
Scout, can you drop the dynamic
Oh
lighting
yeah,
on the...
so there is. I see it now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just-
sure, I could just instead turn that off. Give me a
There's
minute.
a little mini theory. Yeah, I had no idea that was there.
There you go. Should
Thank
just
you.
be full view for everybody now. Yeah, you had a theory there the whole time.
Goodbye, other theory. Holy shit, that is enormous.
I don't know, it wasn't quite that big.
Yeah, I don't think it was that big.
There you go.
I remember like wanting to use it as a hula hoop at one point.
It wasn't really sized. I double checked the
Those
map.
spikes
And, yeah,
make it a pretty dangerous hula hoop.
Yeah, that's
yeah, it
why
would also be
I aborted.
really unpleasant.
I mean, I aborted the plan, but I wanted to.
Actually, no, it is actually a large-sized creature.
Yeah.
It might get through the door, but it is not going up any stairs or anything, so it would be stuck down in the ground floor.
That's fine. I'll just put it on
Sorry,
the
no,
roof.
not stairs, ladder, even. You don't.
Yeah, I don't have stairs. I should get stairs put in, though. Theory doesn't like climbing. Anyway, okay, so... Can I make an Arcana check to see how the fuck this thing works?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's...
Also, where do you want to actually place it?
There's fine.
Mhm.
Just anywhere on the roof, I just need to use it real quick.
Yeah, sure. Give me an Arcana test, please.
Alright, Arcana. Yeah. Yeah. 20.
Okay, yeah. You can, through muddling around with it, figure out the sending, key for it. When you stand in the center of this hoop and announce the correct, person you want to speak to, you will effectively appear like a la Star Wars hologram style to them.
Let's baller. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna fucking do that. Get in here.
Alrighty.
And I will announce the name of Astrid Kunna.
Sure. Would you like to make for me a save or opt to fail it?
Do I know what the save is? Is it coming from my mother or from this thing? I guess.
It's coming from the object that you're using. It's not like a directly artificial attack.
I will opt to fail.
Okay, you are now attuned to this circle.
Yay!
Congratulations.
It's like a curse.
And yeah, okay then. Give me a brief moment.
Okie
Wait,
dokie.
isn't Theory at max attunement already?
It is going to temporarily eject one of her attunement slots. Sure, pick an object.
Let's see. What the fuck magic items do I have? Just go down the list here. So actually, the Rod of the Packkeeper isn't an attunement item. We found
then
out
you're
via
okay.
Kina, so I actually had a slot open this whole time.
Dope. Okay. I need to...
Yeah, I'm currently attuned to my Orchid of Health and Phial of Elder Starlight.
Very cool. Where's my token for your mother gone? Or is it even your mother that's there? Could you roll me a d2, please?
I'm sure.
Okay, it's your mother. Dope.
Is there another Astrid Kunna out there?
Well, yeah, whether you announce that or not, you could have also just appeared in a circle to your sister instead. It depends who's there to pick up the call, such as it were.
I see. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So you can't just go to anybody; they have to actually have a circle.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
You'll appear before them in their circle.
Cool.
Double check here. I'm sure she's hiding. There you are. God, I forgot how fucking baller her stats were. Jesus Christ.
Hey, fine. Let me just go open up the actual DMG and make sure.
Yeah, I have it in my hand here. It says requires attunement by a Warlock.
Has that been errated and is now different in the web page site thing and beyond?
Yeah, it says it requires attunement by a Warlock in the DMG, but yeah, it might have gotten errated. I mean, it doesn't really matter much right now, but...
D&D Beyond says attunement required.
Alright, well, Kina was just wrong forever, I guess. Kina!
What?
Rod of the Packkeeper does require attunement.
What did I say it didn't?
On your character in 70.
Okay.
Good talk.
Mm-hmm. Bear with me, mouthful of sandwich still. It's a really good sandwich. Okay, I can't be bothered to like pad out this room, but eventually at some point I'll build this into effectively a layer room so that if you ever do this again, you can see more stuff. Everyone can watch, as it were. And yeah, you make the announcement, and you appear in, at first, a very dark room. It takes, between the space of blinking for your eyes to swap from standard vision to infravision. And then at which point, a number of little torches will light themselves. They are resting on, the standing chandeliers?
Mm-hmm.
A number of those will poof into life. Your mother is sat in a cozy chair, really deep office chair, with a work desk laid out before her. She's looking up towards you, and her face is a mixture of confusion, horror, and all of that, just a whole bunch of emotions all at once, before she quickly masters them again.
Ah.
There is a staff resting on the edge of her desk, which I don't think you've ever seen the staff before, but it looks pretty fucking dope. It's a long ebony wooden stick, effectively, but the head of it is placed with a nestled ring of thorns and horns, at which at the center floats a little jewel.
Yeah, well, my stuff has a fucking dragon on it, so there.
Yep.
Yeah, Thyri totally has that staff slung on her back too, with little dragon eyes poking out over her shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she'll eep and look around confused, oh.
Yeah. When you look down at yourself, it's not a physical body. You're semi-ethereal, translucent.
Wow, this is cool.
Yes, it is. Hi, Thyri.
Hi. Oh, you
What?
recognize me. That saves me a lot of trouble. Hello.
If it hadn't been you trying, it would have probably broken your mind open. What have you done to yourself, my dear?
I did the thing that Astra said she told you about. I injected myself with great beast blood, and I'm a werewolf now. Look, check this out. And almost like a kid, forgetting all about all this horror her mother's inflicted, Thyri will just concentrate real hard and just go full Borker.
So yep, there's a brief moment of concentration. Boop.
They'll just spin around inside the circle, chasing her own tail before she pops back up.
Yep. That certainly serves to surprise her. It's different hearing that you're going to do it and seeing that you already have. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I've never felt better.
She leans back in a chair a little bit, and it does a little comfy chair creak that comfy chairs make.
Mm-hmm.
Very, my dear. How could you have done something so reckless and stupid? You could have killed yourself.
Well, if you hadn't been necromancing all over the place, I wouldn't have had to.
I mean, had to. I don't necromance all over the place. I necromance in very specific places for specifically short periods of time. Otherwise you get wrinkles. I wouldn't want wrinkles.
It's still bad. So I decided we needed a better way. A way that doesn't involve killing a bunch of people. And if werewolves are destined to rule this land, then tiefling werewolves we shall have. And she will, puff out her chest proudly. And, wag her tail.
Can you just make an outright charisma check? We'll just see how well your mother is receiving this new puppification that you have gone through.
Okay, I will happily blow my inspiration on this. Alright, charisma, here we go. 18.
She will snort softly and look you up and down and go, It's an interesting new look for you. Okay, so we have one tiefling who can become a lycanthrope. How many more can become lycanthropes? I saw the means and ingredients. It's not cheap or easy.
No, it's not, but as long as there are canid great beasts, I can keep refining the formula to make it work. It's not the ideal solution, but it prevents bloodshed, Mother.
There are a lot of logistical issues. Just you being as you are now isn't going to change the mind of old winsome werewolves and werebears and boars, or even tigers and rats who are used to the status quo as it were. You've got a lot of people to persuade.
I know, but this is a first step. A real first step. Towards not supremacy, but equality for us. Well, for me. And she'll kind of like look pointedly at her mother, who is not a tiefling. Or at least wasn't originally.
Yeah, your mother, who is effectively a demon outright.
Yeah.
She'll nod gently. I would ask you to step forward, but you can't. One moment. And she rummages underneath her desk. You hear like a clunk, some shifting around. And her desk drawer is not full of snakes. She pulls out a rat-eared looking book. Quite a large one, so, like not hand-sized book, but almost like table ledger. But it's been opened and seen too many times. She'll flick through a number of pages, and she will step around this desk to open it up before you and hold it aloft. And the little mage hand will flick through the pages for you as she goes. This here is a list of the tieflings' highest detractors. They all have one thing in common. They are lycanthropes and they're old. These people are the obstacles to our equality. They happen to be in firmly entrenched positions, possess a lot of money, and a lot of power and strength. They're very devoted underlings. If, and only if, you can persuade these people, I will cede you your point. And it's the best I can offer you, of course. But these people here, and she will tap the book pointedly with a magic hand finger, are mainly the only reason that this land we stand upon hates us so very much. Now, my solution was, of course, to take over and see these people all removed and ensure that no old lycanthropes take their place with the same outdated ideals that have kept us from being fair players on the global stage.
I understand, but now you understand I'm a Jarl's wife. They can't just make me go away. They can't ignore me now.
Indeed, I'm telling you right now, this here, with all of the madness that you have done and the risk that you've put yourself at, it would be remiss for me to deny you out of hand. I'm offering you a chance, my dear darling daughter. Persuade these people, and there'll be no need for any kind of, as you put it, unnecessary bloodshed. I'll make it clear that I'm not going to be stopping my machinations in the meantime, but there's a good chance you could beat me to the punch, such as it were.
I understand. I have my work cut out for me then, but damn it, I have to try.
She will smirk faintly. And also, make more grandchildren.
And when winter comes.
Is that what you call them now? And then...
I mean, I don't want to adventure while I'm pregnant. That's silly.
Of course. She will walk back around to her desk again. Is that magic circle set up in a place where it can remain for a time?
Kind of?
Very well. I'll be sending through a package. In it is compiled information on these detractors.
Well, that's very helpful. Thank you.
Oh, please, I'm sure you won't be thanking me when you meet them. I have my concerns, and that's that I'm simply giving you carte blanche to throw yourself into danger. Jarl's wife or not, they are old, they are powerful, and they are full of bitter hatred for our kind. They might see what you pose yourself as now as anathema.
Well,
Approach for peace, but expect bloodshed anyway. I mean, on the plus side, it's the same for me. Either way the result comes. Should you have to come to blows with them and slay them, I guess that your husband becomes in charge of the area. How delightful.
yeah, I suppose no matter how this works out, it's a win for us, and unless I die, then we
Of
all
course.
lose, so that's bad.
Well, yes, no, if you die, then I'm going to scourge them with a righteous poisonous fury.
Oh,
But no amount of blood could quell.
please don't.
No promises.
Thyri will huff.
Yes, no, I don't think you're going to be able to persuade her to not vengeance murder everyone for killing you.
I know. So, at that point, Thyri, thinks about leaving, then snaps her fingers and says, I do have two questions, actually.
Yes, my dear.
First, do you know why tieflings just pop out of the ground in the Ashen Holds? If we knew that, maybe we could, I don't know.
Oh dear, that's just a myth. We don't pop out of the ground there, so to speak. We're born of tieflings. So well, of course not myself. I like to speak of us as the selective. Might as well be the same. Born of tieflings, and those tieflings live in the volcano as well. A number of them birth families, producing fresh slaves.
Out of character, is that actually a myth? Can Thyri roll a history check? I swear to God, I thought that was actually literally how that worked.
You can try a history check.
Okay.
What she's telling you is that, oh, okay. In fact, it's possible that it's something that you learned from your mother back when she was still a human, even, or from your father while he was still existent. That it is originally thought that tieflings climbed out of either the Scar or the Ashen Holds or the volcanoes. However, so far as they're aware, there are broodmares, breeding families, down in those depths. They birth their children, and then their children are taken from them to rise from the ground.
Taken by
That
what?
is both hot and sad at the same time.
As for what, she says she is not sure. It could be a demon in and of itself. It could be something else.
That's just one more reason to go back to the Ashen Holds then. And second question, easier to answer, I guess. Who's Rhea's father? Do I have a stepfather somewhere?
You had a stepfather. I don't happen to have a particularly good track record with living husbands.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Such is the way of things. He was a charming gentleman.
Well, Thyri will kind of cast her eyes down and say, all right, well, I guess I better get to it then.
Yes. For what it's worth, I do wish you good luck. It would be quite terrible for my family to pass in the falling. And I've come to admire a great many tieflings who have come to join us.
Well, with luck, I'll speak to you again when we've convinced the first of these powerful lichens to change their ways.
Or conquered them. Tell you what, if you do go about conquering them, I'm sure we could bankroll some trade. I have some very interesting ledgers.
Thyri, like, at first starts to roll her eyes and thinks, well, I mean, it would make Bulgrove more powerful. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see.
She's literally saying that if your goal changes from persuade them to conquer them, or she'd happily bankroll these efforts for you.
Fine. Fuck. Well, look,
But
You
you
just
save
have
your
to
mother
convince
now.
your dad. You just have to convince your husband to just
Go to
control
war.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
look, if
Yeah.
I have to self-defense some of these lycanthropes to death, then so be it, but that's not how I want this to go.
I know, you've made it quite clear, my dear.
Anyway, I can't really give you a hug, so I guess goodbye, Mother.
She will blow you a kiss, and the magic circle will close.
Alrighty.
And yeah, you're stood on the roof.
They'll, like, take a quick glance around to make sure nobody was, like, watching that while she was occupied, and then...
No, indeed, your Prosper would have probably just been watching idly perched on the baluster and confirming that shit was cool. No one came to bug you.
Yeah. God damn it, fuck you.
It's true, and you know it.
No, we're not killing these people.
Oh, we probably will have to.
I mean, we probably will out of character, but no, we're not killing these people.
Yep. At some point, I'll write up a little dossier of the detractor Jarls, because originally I only had like a brief details on them, but I'm gonna have to produce
Karen.
like actual spy master grade notes for you to use.
They are
Wait,
going
that
to
guy
see-
we fucking teleport accidented, was that their
Yes.
spy master?
That was
Seneschal.
it was a seneschal.
Nice.
I
Sorry,
wanted to
Will.
kill
So
him so badly.
indeed, a lot of these notes are probably would have been compiled by his efforts.
Well, at least his scumbaggery turned out to be of some good.
That was plenty of good, but for me, that's it.
Anyway, yeah, Thyri will just, like, sit down on the roof and wait for a teleportation package to come through, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Roll me a 1d100 as well.
I'm
Alright,
updating our quest log right now.
nice.
Oh damn it! All right.
Mother sends me more gifts.
Yeah, she does.
Yes.
Marital.
She loves you
aids.
just so fucking much, man. She really does
Yep.
adore the fucking shit out of her daughters
You
and
get
spoils them
marital
all
aids.
the time.
I
You get
love
marital
Mom.
aids and cookies. But do you get ice
Yeah.
cream?
What was the circle of stars thing we were doing?
Huh? Oh, Anna needs to do something with Circle of Stars.
That's
Oh,
not
okay.
something Anna mentioned.
It's an Anna mystery.
Yeah.
Oh, is that part of the memory thing?
I don't know.
And we can also find a wise person to tell us more about Anna. And then we also need to, well, I'm going to put on my amazing magic hat. I love this hat.
Let's see here. What the shit does half of that stuff do?
I almost guarantee that these old Lycans are going to see you as a threat to their power and will
Oh, yes, of
seek
course.
to kill you immediately.
And then
But
we'll
see,
kill
if they
them.
actively try to kill me, then it's self-defense, and I can remove them without killing them, probably.
We'll
by
still
just
be doing
beating them up.
exactly what your mother wanted us to do.
Look, alright, Mom wants to raise an army of the fucking undead and scourge the land. I just
No,
wanna
she
go, like-
doesn't.
That's not what. That's not what she wants. She's explained that.
She has literally done that. Like, repeatedly. Do you not remember how this campaign started with the fucking undead apocalypse on a town?
That was fun.
Which town was that?
Sarmond, you weren't here.
Anna wasn't here.
What if one of those guys that's in that ledger is the mayor of that town?
He probably is, but still, just because someone's a racist douchebag doesn't mean you can just burn their town down.
Look,
Yeah,
Savin,
you should burn their
got-
house
to make
down
an
instead.
omelet, you gotta crack a few eggs. In this case, the eggs are lives, and well, you
Yes,
gotta make an omelet
but
piece.
Thyri is a vegan, so no making omelets.
Well,
Vegans are
that's why
just
my
gonna have
plan
a
is
nice
the best
salad.
plan. Your mom's plan is far too chaotic. Mine is the most sane and best plan for the world.
No.
Debatable.
Science.
It's very, very good. Step 1, great beasts.
That's an awful idea.
No, that's a great idea.
No, it's not.
Wait,
That-
great in
no.
what way?
Listen, the control mechanism still has to be worked on. But once that's finished, great beasts.
What do you mean
Step
No,
two,
finish?
that's a
science.
terrible idea.
Step 2, science. Step 3, question mark.
This
Yeah, see.
plan is awful, Jeanette.
Yes, it is.
Cake.
None of you guys know this one. And 4 is indeed cake.
Yes.
All right, step 4 is okay. That's all right.
Can we just skip directly to step 4?
Yeah. Just remove step 1 entirely.
Nice, Anna.
Steps 2 through 4, fine. Step 1, awful.
Step 1 is the best part.
No, it's not. Step 4 is the best part.
So you receive a number of like hastily rewritten journals. It looks like like effectively she just copy marked in her own hand from the ledger that she showed to you before. And that has details on your detractor Jarls. I'll need some time to put that one together if I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
But resting atop it is a little letter that says, for use in emergencies. And within is the invitation to the Table of Embla.
The fuck?
Mm-hmm.
What's Embla's banquet?
As an emblem of the actual like divine of this like campaign.
The goddess of life.
Yeah, the one whose sign I was born under.
Yep.
She's gonna like all this life I'm making.
Would you like to try a religion check to understand what the fuck that means?
I would love to. Let me finish copying this down for a second. Alright, religion check. Hey, I'm actually trained in that. Good God, my dice are on fire today. Fucking bring it on.
Fucking hell. Okay. Alright, so. A lot of this would be inference. You're a Hagenite classically.
Mm-hmm.
But Embla is the goddess of life, quite literally, in all of its forms. And it is said to pass on, as a member of Embla, to join her eternal banquet, where love and life is brought on for as long as possible in the great vaunted hall. Effectively, you're given this description of an afterlife, such as it were. Imagine like the Valhalla, but exclusively for love and parties. And supposedly, this banquet is a real place, admittedly in the domain of the gods. So far as you can tell, this is literally an invitation to attend the banquet.
The fuck? Okay. Thanks, Mom.
Yep. Trying to look at this with like any at all amount of like mage sight will blind you.
Yeah, I bet.
See, Savin, this is why I say we should side with your mom. She gives out the best goodies.
She has really good gifts. And no, that's actually one of her backup objects. Well, that's one of her get the fuck out cards, is literally a visit to the banquet. She's just given you her parachute because you're about to go and see the Jarls.
Thanks,
She thinks
Mom.
we're going to attack you. She literally just gave you her BBEG parachute.
Well, it's a good thing my evil plan to slowly deprive my mother of all of her magic items is coming to fruition.
Yeah. It's possible should you complete all the earldoms and, achieve this piece, she might ask for that back because
I mean,
It is
if I
kind
haven't
of
used
an
it.
important object, assuming you haven't used it. But yeah, that's her parachute, and you've just claimed it.
Look, if we do this successfully and Theory is able to end racism forever, then we can just go back to being a happy family and it'll be great. Mom might have to go to
Or you
jail
can
for
go
a
to the
little
banquet.
while.
Or you might have to go to the banquet for a fucking sweet party.
Yeah, exactly. Everything will be fine.
Party! It's like the end of every single fucking like 80s sport movie. God, what's the one where it's like, hey everybody, we're all gonna get laid!
Exactly.
That's how it should end, with Embla's party. Hey everybody.
All right.
So yeah,
You've updated our quest log.
let's take a peep here. Let's see if anything needs
We're probably gonna need to edit. Yeah.
adjusting. I don't even know where I put your quest log. Where is it?
Yeah, I forgot we had a quest log. Oh, it's literally a tab
In
called
the
quest
section
log.
quest log, yeah, good. Okay. Monsters on the Bay.
God damn it.
I didn't write that one.
We still need to figure that out, don't we?
That might have been it. I don't remember.
Is there a Jarl in that area or at the Ashen Holds or something?
Pardon, sorry?
Is there a Jarl in that direction?
Yeah, we met him.
In the direction of the Ashen Holds?
Yeah.
You didn't meet a
Oh.
Jarl in the Ashen Holds. That was the person just happened to run the place. One
All right,
second while I
let
check
me
my Ashen
rephrase
Holds.
that. Is he on the list?
First
Le-
guy, though?
yes, he is.
Okay, well, I guess we're going in that direction now.
I thought the guy
Well,
was...
I mean,
Hang
I
on,
thought we
hang
were
on.
gonna-
Hang on. I'm gonna put on my hat.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Which
you
hat
do
is that again?
That hat is the one that helps you detect gods.
Oh yeah.
This is the
It's
coolest
everything in
hat
that
ever.
direction now. I know Anna's memory quest is like to the north in that direction.
Yeah, I haven't obviously written up this whole package, but there is a caveat, a warning to trying to go to Ashen Hold about it, in that it's technically neutral ground. You probably don't want to make that your first stop, because that's going to be a bad confrontation to fuck up.
Yeah.
This hat is-
You're going to want some sway before you go to this guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. He indeed, you have a section here on the Ashen Hold. Indeed, yeah, right at the top there is the note. Supposedly, they're born from the volcanoes there. All the freshborn tiefling knows is that they cannot remember. Nice. Fields. And know your representatives of every clan commit their business there, managing outgoing slave trades and tracking the acquisitions of grain.
Sweet grain.
It occurs to me that we've never been to either stronghold.
You have not been to Stronghold or Stronghold. It's true.
Look, Stronghold is shit, but Stronghold is also great.
Stronghold strong.
Do we know which one? No.
Oh yeah, I might as well
think that's what you asked.
close this little quest plot side for you. Remember when I, admittedly a while back in the Ashen Holds, there was someone who was working with the cult, one of the members of it.
Mhm.
It was in fact the rats.
Quakers!
Yep.
Are
The
we dealing
squeak,
with
the
a state
squeak,
invasion?
the squeakers basically were the first of their inroads. Indeed, when she vaguely offhand mentioned bankrolling your attempts, it's entirely possible that a lot of that ledger-based money is from rat trade.
Ah, yes, the rat trade.
They're very good at it. It's like the tiger trade, but more illegal.
With lots of hand rubbing.
Yes.
Just because rats do that anyway.
They do that a lot. It does look like they're always cooking up some kind of plot.
Skill scheming.
But okay, so presumably before you put this hat on, you're going to do the smart things of standing cardinal north.
Fine. I also finished my little bubble and talked to my wife.
Dope.
Gonna tell her about how cool this hat is. And then I'm
Are
gonna
we
put
all
on the hat.
together?
Wait,
right now?
wait, how are you going to do that? You spent the week making Thyri's thing. It's going to take you time to make that stone.
I thought there were 2 weeks of downtime.
No, you had 2 weeks to do. One was the rest of your time in the freelance, and then this one was overland. Unless you'll hang around for an extra week.
No. we
Okay,
need to-
I'll just
Right.
I'll just do it all during, I guess, my downtime.
Yeah, I mean, like during transit, it'll take you literally 3 times as long to do it, but it's not something you need a full workbench for, so you can plug away at it while you're traveling.
Okay. Now it's time for the hat.
Yes, okay. So you stand at a cardinal north. The Jarl is watching with some marked amount of amused interest. He's been inseparably close to Thyri since her like survival of Borkification. And presumably on hearing your crazy new plan.
Haha, yes, right. I will have to tell him that at some point.
Yeah, the fact as well that you might, like, if things go wrong, be acquiring land in his name by default of being his wife, he should probably know.
Yeah,
He would.
we'll have that.
Most people would like to know if they're conquering land by mistake.
Oh, I've got new land. Oops.
Oh, how did that happen? Well, I went out drinking and stuff happened. I'm sorry I burned down the stronghold. But that bear was a dickhead anyway.
Is there
Sorry,
another
Boar.
way to get to Stronghold other than that one bridge at the north?
I mean, crossing the water itself is still doable.
Yeah, but I have a carriage.
Yeah, you just got to do the fording of the river.
All right, Thyri, I made you this.
Oh, pretty.
If I haven't really set the command word yet, but you can set
It's
it yourself.
probably going to be ah.
Or
That's-
All right. So, but basically, this cloak means that, like, when you inevitably get hit in the head by a goose when you're flying on your broom, you won't die. It'll make you just float to the ground.
Why would a goose hit me?
That's what they do. Have you met gooses, geese?
I met one
Geese.
once.
Gross.
It was really big, and it carried us all the way to that island.
That was...
Yeah, wait, that was a dragon. But
No?
in any event, I have seen how horrible geese are, and since you're flying around on a broom, it is inevitable that one is going to decide to run into your face.
I had to look at that vine again for like the 12th time.
Which one?
Fuck off, goose.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
Get fucked.
Actually, yeah, Mers points out a good point that there is actually no bridge onto this island at all, because that bridge just goes to a tiny island.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good point.
This
that
island
is
is
true.
fucking isolated. I assume there's got to be like a ferry or something over here.
Yeah, no. There are multiple like actual ferrying locations.
Okay,
I
that's
just
good.
haven't drawn all of their fucking bridges on.
Searship
Because
perks
fuck
up
that
with
noise.
the mention of fairies.
Not that good. Well, thank you for the Goosebane cloak. I will wear it with pride and some confusion.
Safe from goose.
Goosebane.
Yeah.
Now,
Tell you what, if you would like to make a check about what this little tiny island is, though, you're welcome to do so.
Sure. What kind of check is that?
History?
Not really history. I guess just intelligence.
I assume that would be Jeanette's bag then, because none of us.
Sure,
have
but do
particularly
you
bad-
want her?
Or-
Oh, Viv, you actually happen to know about that. Someone who moved down to like fucking maybe the edge of like Watchland at some point, or maybe in Maker's Rest. You just around one of these places at the very least.
Or Grandest.
Yeah, or even just while you're in Grandest. Yeah. Someone came from that island, and it is effectively a tiny little eldritch forest. There is only one way onto it, and that's via a bridge that looks rickety as fuck, but it never breaks or falls, and trying to traverse it via the water will infect you with a sickness.
Oh my.
Is it wrong to say I kind of want to go to that Magic Island now, that Eldritch Island?
Yeah, that seems baller.
Oh,
That's probably where my mother's stupid base is, knowing her.
well, that sounds like fun. Where is this?
This little place right here.
Ooh, I want to go there.
Yeah, give you a little marker there. And yeah, trying to cross into it can only be done by that bridge, or you get sick. Strangely enough, the water itself doesn't appear to trouble anyone. There's like even a small like fishing area, like literally on this side of the water, because predators stay away because of this river. It makes it really easy for fishing, and the water itself isn't harmless. Sorry, isn't harmful unless you're trying to get into that island for whatever reason.
So,
Takes you about an hour to walk from one side of it to the other. But yeah, no, there are a number of like just routes. I should just draw a bunch on, but I'm just going to namelessly say, just in the interest of saving time, like if you reach a river, you can probably find a ford like either a couple of hours in either direction, and you just reach it.
so Bulgrove?
Yeah. Yes, Thyri?
I don't. Well, I got an idea. It's a really dumb idea, but I think it could make this cult problem go away.
He'll squint, and would this idea be any dumber or riskier or more dangerous than, like, flicking a tip?
Yeah. No, it capitalizes on that, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
I have here a list we recovered from the cult, and she'll dig into her bag and pull out the list, because Bully still doesn't know that Leader's her mom. And we'll,
Have you still really not told him that?
It's never come up.
I mean, he met your mother.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
At the wedding.
Came up
It's
at the
true.
wedding.
It's true. You actually did keep it
Yeah.
quiet about that she was technically a cult leader. Yeah.
Thyri kept her shit together. So yeah, no, it's never come up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so yeah, she'll say, it lists all of the greatest detractors to, I guess, free tieflings. It's basically their hit list, but I was thinking if we could convince these people to free their tieflings, or at least improve their conditions to stop being racist assholes, then the cult's purpose of being would fall apart and they wouldn't have any reason to keep causing chaos.
He'll
Also-
look over the list. I recognize a few of these names. I confess I think you'll have trouble persuading them of anything.
I know, but I feel like we have to try. I mean, selfishly, I'll admit that improves not just my personal future, but also our daughters. But even then, I mean, tieflings as a whole have been enslaved and abused for centuries. With me being all werewolfy now, I don't think we'll ever get a better chance.
Like, plants a hand on your head and idly scritches as he thinks. Still, that is... Oh, it's so dangerous.
Yes, but...
Well, I would recommend then, if you can get someone to persuade, you will indicate North Stronghold. There's a bear there. Probably the hardest of them to persuade, but his lands aren't massive. He would be a good person to start with.
Right, start with the hardest and work our way down.
That's my thinking, at least. If you can either convince them or... He doesn't look like he wants to say, like, if it comes to blows, killing him would be a big deal to the rest, but he's kind of going to just let that thought pass unsaid. You could probably
Right.
infer it.
And if something were to happen to this Jarl of North Stronghold, I wonder what would happen to his lands. And they'll, like, just look up at Bulgrove.
He'll pause and consider. Well, they'd become mine by name, I suppose, but there would be no one to enforce it.
I'm sure it won't come to that. I honestly hope it doesn't, but...
As do I. I imagine, in the short term, there would likely be some confusion. And the two, shall we say, populations of the strongholds will start a fuss. The natural land barrier would stop them from getting into an outright fight, at least.
And I suppose South Stronghold would need to be our second stop.
Possibly. I'll need to check and pull together a document. There might be people like in the woods here as well, and even like someone who's not Stronghold, but like up in this area near the bay. I need to figure out where all the like selection points are. But I will put that together soon enough.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sure it won't come to that, Thyri 2018. And then it's just 1 month later, and you're all just like cheesing it down a hallway while Stronghold's top spire collapses in on itself and crumbles, and you hear dragons roaring in the background, like, I didn't do it!
This wasn't what I wanted, Mother!
Alright.
That's right.
Now then, there is the case of what direction is the god in? I'll miss that stray guy.
Stray now.
Oh, okay. I feel bad jumping ahead to this part without him, since it's Jeanette activating the awesome hat.
Yeah, that awesome hat.
It's so awesome, you guys. Yeah. So, I mean, you see her pull it out. It's the ugliest fucking thing you've ever seen. It's like making noises and jingling and ringing in places. Like there's a slide whistle on this son of a bitch.
I want to wear it. I want it. I want to wear it.
Jeanette will inform you that sadly it needs very precise, appropriate calibrations. Then you see her pull out a hammer and hit the side of it before putting it on her head again.
Oh.
Hey, he's back.
Hey, welcome
I've
back.
never wanted anything on my head more than that hat.
We were just talking about your awesome hat.
Oh. Or maybe squiggles. Maybe squiggles on my head.
Squiggles will happily be on your head.
She's too big for that, though, now.
Squeak.
It's true. Squeak. Help, Squiggles is climbing on my head anyway, and it's raising curious questions. Stray, are you with us? I believe he are still mute. No, oh, there we go again.
Oh, is that
Stray?
again?
Stray. I'll miss
Oh.
that guy.
Yeah, it's a shame he died in the gay wars.
Truly a sacrifice, really.
Mm-hmm. One day there, he'll be back. You can hear us at least. Oh, there you are. Hi. Hello.
Okay, I'm good. Internet went down. I'm good.
All right. So yeah, we were just getting to you and your amazing hat.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so Anna sees you pull out this hat, this fucking ridiculous, stupendous hat. Like it's got its spinny gears, it's got some flashy bulbs. You don't even know what a bulb is. It appears to be passing something called current. Hard to say. There's like slide whistles glued to this son of a bitch. Like there's everything. You know, you're aware that it needs appropriate and careful calibration, so you have to pull it off of your head after it doesn't do anything the first time and hit it with a hammer a few times, but in the exact right places with the correct force. Although it looks to anyone like you're just hitting it with a hammer, you're calibrating it perfectly. It takes an incredible amount of manual dexterity and finesse. It does a kazoo holster. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, and you place it back on you again. A little pair of like lenses that you didn't even see in the underside of the hat flip down to cover over your eyes.
Excellent.
And yeah, to everyone else, except for Anna, who thinks that it's the best, it's the most fucking stupid, amazing, stupid thing you've ever seen. It needed saying stupid twice. The Jarl has like gone from this serious discussion with Thyri to just like outright wonderment at how fucking mental this all is.
Just an average day in the life
Like
of the
he was
party.
just finishing.
Does it have one of those
describing-
little like black and white hypno spinners on it?
Oh yeah. And if you push on the spinner itself, it goes whoop whoop whoop. Yeah, like the Jarl was midway through explaining, like, you know, most Jarls probably have notes on what happens and how to start a conflict. And one of his old ones was, like, the collapse of this area would cause a very slow conflict between these two and make them perfect for trying to take one of them over. Assuming he could move enough troops that quickly. But yeah, he's like midway through explaining, like, of course there's the one problem of this river barrier when you hear clank, clank, clank of calibrations before Jeanette, you know, hats up.
Yeah, everyone just like turns over. And like,
Yeah.
where is this taking place in the keeps? Is like in our sitting room or something?
I mean, I imagine this is just like outside the Fortress Adamant / the Jarl's house because they're like next to each other for the moment. So you're both like stood out there having a talk, and you're getting pets and scratches, and the others are all like getting their gear together and making sure the carriage is packed up. And then just like, I know what to do now, and begins. First of all, can you please make a Arcana test, Stray?
It is the coolest time
Arcano.
ever.
Sweet. All right. So yeah, it takes a bit of time, like to get the whoops to whoop correctly and the whippers to flip, but you do so. Bulgurful just rubbing air. And yeah, you have an inkling of a direction. Do you have any like navigation-y, geography-based talents to your name?
I have an astrolabe and a compass.
You know what? That's true. You literally do have an astrolabe and a compass. Okay. Can you make for me a survival check with advantage, please?
Oh boy!
Would you
I'm
like
so
guidance
good at-
on you from one of your friends? And a mouthful of titty milk.
Yeah. Well, no, I can't with
Oh,
that.
no, that's wisdom, not
That's
in-
wisdom. Yeah, I use that on the Arcano.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll do this, and then hang on. Hang on. Oh,
All right. Yeah, 18. Yeah, you're able to get a pretty fucking good idea of the direction. It'll probably be easier to figure out at night or when you're like away from a place that's so well busy. The Overland Keep is cramped. It's got all of this tantric energy fuddling up your gizmos.
like look over to like the Jarl in theory and temporarily go blind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where she releases it all. God,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah, like you get to, if you were to wear this hat for the whole journey, you could see like getting more and more pent up and pent up and pent up, and then it's like a supernova, just a whoosh of tantric lights just goes off like a flashbang.
And that's why the Jarl looks forward to when Thyri comes home every single time.
Yep. But yeah, you are fairly sure. I'm just going to draw this direct line across the map.
I'm
All
on a
right.
boat, motherfucker.
Like it could, for all you know, it could literally go off into the ocean, into the icier, colder north.
Okay, well, the gods that way, guys.
I'm gonna hold this arrow here if someone would like to try and draw, like, just to do a polygon line across here, so I don't lose track.
Sure. Let me get a thing here. I can't see your arrow anymore. I think you're on the GM layer.
Nope.
Okay, now I can see it.
I left it still for so long it disappeared, so I'm just gonna wiggle it on the spot.
There you go.
Yep. Great. So yes, somewhere on this line, or like even further, way up into out of that way, is your target.
Alright, so the lady that has a big dragon's daughter is that way.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about there.
Who knows? I can't even remember
The
when you uncovered
giant
the Drake.
draconic butthole on the map.
Yeah, I can't even remember when the Drake Cave was revealed, but
It's a
it does
long-ass
look
time
like
ago.
the map has a butthole.
Alright.
Don't get Savin too excited.
Thyri just had fun playing with her Drake Cave.
So, does this, the path we're taking here seem alright to everybody?
Yeah, so we go along the blue path there and eventually go to Upper Stronghold into the Drake Cave later on then, I guess?
Yeah, once we deal with Anna quest here, we can double back to this village. Let me...
I have a quest.
Yeah, you have a quest,
Yeah,
sweetie.
yeah, we do.
So
Yeah,
do
we
I
do.
too.
Oh.
We can go
Oh, I know what it
here,
is.
and then here, and then here.
What do you think my quest is about, Squiggles?
An interesting route. Not bad.
Yeah, I think
It's
that makes the
okay.
most amount
We'll
of
get
sense.
halfway to the bay again and then get kidnapped by some other horrible monster.
Oh,
I don't know why I'm
talk
bothering.
about that.
Halfway
Don't even say
there.
that.
Fuck.
We're gonna end up in the Ashen Holds.
Kidnapped on the bay.
The volcano will sprout an arm and throw us onto like the south.
No, you just end up on a boat in the middle of the ocean.
Welcome to the Black Isles, everybody.
Da-da-da, 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 da-da.
Also,
oddly at
Thyri's gonna
home.
be so fucking smug going back to the Ashen Holds as, like, the Jarl's wife. And be like, no, you can't touch me. Meh.
I'm gonna rub it all. I'm gonna rub
In
it
fact,
in
yeah,
all
like,
of the
Thyri will
places.
go to Bulgruff and be like, can I get something that proves my identity? Because we're going to the Ashen Holds, and that's just gonna suck. Also,
Well-
your daughter's identity, for that matter, because she's not blood bonded.
Well, I mean, a daughter wouldn't need to be. She's my child.
But how would they know that?
Well, probably the ears and the fluffy tail.
I mean, I have that. Like, what distinguishes her from any other Hellhound? Thyri will point
Fair.
directly to Cynthia.
He'll nod idly. All right, one moment. Let's see here. I think what he does is he gets a bunch of letter wax and have a rummage around. He'll, like, you hear him call off to his niece for a moment, and she comes over with some stuff. And you know when you have like the like little messenger pouches that go in bags?
Mm-hmm.
He will get a couple of these little messenger pouches, and he'll get just like a small piece of parchment and scribe his signature into it, and then melt wax down a stamp, and he'll, like, apply this to both these little pieces of paper and pop them in messenger bags for you both.
Thank you so
It's the
much.
closest thing to really carrying around a signet ring is just like, evidence of his identity. It's the same thing that goes on his banners.
That should make things a lot easier. Thank you, sweetie.
He will grin. How about one more for the road?
Oh, you're twisting my arm. Okay.
Yep. It's true. All of it has really deep cleavage. Yep. You know what? It's been a while since Astra has had a little old training session with the niece.
Fight, fight, fight. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Let's see here. Where's my little note for her? There you are, Ariane. I forgot how fucking cute her token was. You're a cutie.
Yo.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
A little mismatched eyes. And a nice fluffy coat. I also
And
like
a lung-
ears with lots of ear fluff.
The best kind.
And 2 whole lungs, it's true. Alright. So yeah, she'll, pass off a training sword, and then also she'll have a little archery shoot off with Astra.
Nice, nice.
And yeah, you want to make some tests?
Sure. What kind of
Alright.
tests we need to make?
How about 5 attacks each? See who can achieve the most damage. This would be with training weapons. Treat them as just standard short swords or long swords.
Well,
I
thought it was
believe she is a
archery.
short sword fighter.
Thought it was archery, but all right.
I mean, she is an archer as well, but she wants to do both of you. Indeed, yeah, you even have a weapon in your thing called Arian short sword.
Yep.
So you have a nice short sword. Wow, look at you go. That was sorry. 14.
All right, that's 2. Oh. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, it's not Astra's day.
Well, I mean, she got
What's
3
her
really
unarmored
good rolls
AC?
and then face plants.
Yeah. What's our unarmored AC?
Astra's unarmored AC is 14.
Okay.
Actually, I guess, does she have a shield as well? Because it is, sword fighting.
If she would like a shield, and it doesn't matter. I couldn't roll above 14 a single time.
Excellent. All right. So, despite Astra fucking crit failing, I think she still manages to win.
Like you managed to land a couple hits, and she'd like Astra manages to avoid every swing that's thrown at her. By the end of it, she's so fucking cocky that then like the sword just goes flying out of her grip and smashes into a tree.
Whee!
Still technically won.
The best kind of victory.
The best kind of victory. Ariana will stare pointedly before rolling her eyes, and then hand off a longbow.
Ooh. Shiny.
Mm-hmm. All right, 5 shots. Most accurate wins. We're just going to go by literal like number addition, so just add them all together.
All right.
I'm just doing mine as the dice numbers. Oh my god, a crit is in there.
Oh boy, that's a good one.
All right, you've got to beat a total of 113.
All right. So let me 1d20 plus what's her longbow attack? Plus 9.
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
She is literally a bow specialist archer, so she's quite good at shooting. Fuck.
Alright, so let's add up 25 plus 20 plus 25 plus 29 plus 18. So
Just
close.
Barely better.
Yeah,
just
this
barely
is my
better.
girl. What a good puppy.
Yeah, you had 2 less mod and far more success.
Such a good job. She's great.
Yeah. And then Ariana will pull the Astra down in the congratulations scratches pile.
Aw, yeah.
And she also seems a lot more relieved that you're, you're capable of taking care of yourself, because she is also one of those people who are self-aware enough alongside Astra that the majority of your party is batshit crazy loco.
Hey.
Her mother included, but, you know.
Hey.
They really are.
I'm not batshit crazy. I have some, like...
Some grand plans, and God tells you to burn all the dead.
Look, I
And he's been telling you that since... And he's been telling you that since before the undead were a thing. I just want to make sure you're aware. Trust no corpses has been your thing for the entirety of your life as a Hagenite.
I have some, like, neurodivergence. Don't fucking hate on me for it.
Don't brain shame.
Yeah, don't brain shame. Jeez.
Yeah, I like that Astra when she fucking made that check and she goes, I actually think that the reason Jeanette's so crazy is that she's also painfully the most sane in her knowledge of the impossible. It's like, that's just like, oh my god, am I one of them too? No, I'm not. Absolutely not.
It'll be fine. She'll forget all about it in time. It'll all be repressed.
Yeah. Say, Cynthia, do you want to have a quick shoot-off against her?
Sure. Why not?
So yeah, 5 shots, addition of the scores. No, including your enhancement bonus, that'd be cheating.
And you can't sneak attack a target.
I didn't do bad.
Yeah.
A crit though.
Let's see. 26 plus 18 plus 14 plus 24 plus 19. All right, she beat you by 15. They're playing very large darts. Yeah, they're also getting appropriately shit-faced for playing darts as well, because that's the rules.
I need to practice more. I'm still out of touch of it.
She'll shrug. Maybe I'm just warmed up. This is true, yeah. The former is pinned underneath the latter.
It's very true. It's a good time.
Oh, yeah. Also, Astra wants to show off her cousin. Look at my fucking lightsaber!
Fucking sweet!
Papa, look over here. Check what I got. Wow, 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 wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's just like a approving grunt from a window upstairs.
It's like, you're not looking. Papa, you're not looking. I am. I'm looking. It's very impressive. What do you mean upstairs? Remember, this house goes downwards into the ground.
Right. From like a little basement
you
window.
hear grunting from the basement. Oh no. A statement that you don't want to hear too often. Yeah, and then the assaulted party. In fact, you maybe from downstairs are able to hear like a trio of Borkers all awoo in victory. They started up a roo. It happens.
Oh man. Thyri,
You know
like...
it happens. It's amazing.
Wait, hold on. Alright, Thyri's fine. She does not give in to the rue.
Now, give into it. You failed out that save. Get into this.
No, Thyri succeeded so hard. It's gonna be real embarrassing if she starts a wooing and then fucking the Jarl's right there. Oh, she'd never live it down. You'd think it's so cute.
There you go. See, there's a 21 roo from Ariana, and then the Jarl, 19.
Oh.
Is he nuts?
Well, I mean, now I have to roll for Astra.
Yeah, Astra's got a roo as well. There you go.
An okay rule.
So it's Cynthia is superior at rowing compared to the rest of the assaulted group.
It's true.
She may have the lesser of the combat skills, but her roo is on point.
And that's
I
what's
get
important.
a lot of practice.
Yep. Tiny Smolders. I'm not saying that the tiny Smolders.
A what?
When the eggs hatch.
They'll just try to eat me. It's pretty great, though. Yes.
I love how bouncy that little gif is. Yeah, okay. So eventually people finish nutting and packing and getting ready to roll.
Who
Excellent.
drives the carriage?
Wonderful.
Usually Thyri's invisible manservant Jesus.
I think Jesus should probably. He needs some knickknacks on the front of the seat.
I'm not sure the invisible servant is exceptionally bothered by the concept of having knickknacks.
I'm gonna make him some knickknacks so he can have something to look at while he drives.
It's true, you do need to do your wood carving or you get unhappy.
I do. I already. Wait.
I mean, to be fair, you could do carving work on like the wooden bench as well and make it look more impressive.
Oh yeah. I can make a new bench.
Yep.
A brand new bench.
Although you might have to ask for Safin's permission before you do work on his carriage.
What? No, get away.
Don't want her to carve sweet engravings and give you a new bench on the front of it?
I appreciate the offer, Anna, but no thank you. I restored this carriage myself. It means a lot to me.
Okay.
I pulled it out of a ditch. It took like a week.
Raisin and Cherry will share a look. Like, yeah, sure, it took her a long
wait!
time.
Before we leave, I forgot. I just remembered. I never, with all the theory stuff, I never got a chance to actually do anything at the keep. It was really important.
Sure.
I have to say hi to Mal and Ash.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen my best friends.
So, oh hey, you're back. Yay.
I give them the biggest hugs. Oh, I miss you guys so much. Oh, it's been so long. Oh, I made sure not to forget you. Oh.
Yep. You give them both hugs, and I believe it was before that it turned out Mal was the one who was into it. Small boner pressing on your chest.
That's fine.
It's just like, okay, great. Good to see you too.
Have you been good? Has everything been good? Have they been treating you right? Have you been eating enough?
Yeah, we've been fine. We've been treated well and managed to, keep working on our skills and stuff.
Oh, that's really good.
Rosanna.
I miss you a lot. I've been working on my stone carving a lot, and I'm really good at it now.
Okay, cool. He's saying this while he's like still trapped in a hug.
Hug. Then I'll put him down, and then I'll pick up Ash and give her the same hug.
Yep. She'll let out a yelp and squeak. And have you been keeping up on your wood carving?
Uh-huh. I do it every day. Every day. I make little knickknacks. Really little animals and little peoples.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
Oh, I should tell you about all of the things we did. We got abducted by this big goose, and it flew us all the way to this island with all these scale people. It was really fun, and they were really cute. But then we went underground into this magic cave, and there was this really old man, and he gave me this really cool ring. And he really liked my art. I made a statue for him.
Okay. Yeah, and she'll receive all this information with a small amount of trepidation when you're referred to as a giant goose. Like, they probably did hear about how you guys got abducted by a dragon, and they're like, oh, big goose, okay. Sharing awkward looks. Yeah, the Jarl places that on
I made you both a
above his
present.
crotch.
I made you both presents.
The Jarl is what?
You made presents? Awesome.
I'm gonna give them each really nice wooden statues of dragons.
Oh, they're lovely.
Thyri was asking me to make them for something. I don't know what it was, but she asked me to make them. But she didn't like these ones for some reason. They weren't right. They just weren't right.
You hand them 2 geese, and they're like, oh, they're lovely dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why she didn't, but I won't. Then she asked me to make a dragon for her, and it was really... Wait. Then she asked me to make a goose for... Then she asked me to make a goose for her, and then she put it on top of her staff. I didn't think
that was you.
those on those
That's
things.
nice stuff.
Uh-huh.
Right in the Python hole.
Jesus.
Or is there a photo
Miracle hole.
right in the pie hole?
Wait. That's the mouth.
Like, everyone knows the pie hole and the pie hole are totally different things.
Oh yeah, of course.
You say potato, I say potato. Both totally different.
Yep, that's how it goes.
Yeah, alright then. So yeah, your slaves will
I'm going
spend
to...
their time with you over the week.
Excuse me? What did you just say?
Your best friends will spend
That's
time
right.
with you over the week.
That's right. I'm going to spend lots of time with them. Oh, I want to show off. I'm totally going to show off my new boots to them. Oh my god.
They're impressive. Do you want to try and cast Enthrall on them?
I think you mean I'm going to dance for them, yes?
Of course. Yeah, give me a performance dance. I'll make wisdom saves. You're setting the DC with your dance.
Sam, I can't use that nat 20 I used before.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh,
You trip and fall.
Oh,
Smack.
Anna.
I mean, they could still fail, I guess.
Fucking, it wasn't far off. I'd managed to drop a 3 for one of them. Mal would have
Nice.
fallen for it anyway, his lust for Anna.
really?
Oh,
Yeah, no, he's into the muscly tentacle lady.
hot.
He'd never admit it to her, but he is. Yeah, Thyri is the lustiest of the tentacles.
True.
Yep.
I thought she was the best at picking things up.
No, sorry, yeah, Thyri's the best at picking things up. Is it Boops that's a whore?
I don't know.
We lost track.
No, I thought
Shaming
Boops was the one that picked
tentacles.
things up. I
Yeah,
thought
that
Theory
might
was
be
the
there.
whore.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Thyri was your gropiest tentacles, and Boops
The-
was
yeah.
amazing at playing
Yeah.
catch with the dagger.
Theory
Okay.
is the adventurous tentacle that will explore the bodies.
I need to write this down and to make sure to write this down.
Yeah.
And boobs.
Yep.
Catches things.
Sure. They've been doing work around this place to pay their way, so their funds haven't dropped in any meaningful fashion. Let's see here. Would you like to do a week of wood carving tests or stoneworkers, whichever you fancy?
Oh, I want to make some knickknack. I want to make some little statues. Little knickknacks. Oh, didn't I get some like fancy wood?
You did.
I got some fancy wood. Where did I put it? Put it on here somewhere.
There you go. We'll throw it out. All right, so it looks like there are 2 stone carvings and 2 wood carvings that are of sellable quality.
That they made?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh,
And each of them have 2 sub 10 duffs ones.
Hmm.
That fucking bite was huge out there.
2, 3, 4.
All right.
Five.
So 18, 26, 18, 26, 20. All of your 20 set crit. Cool. All right.
Ah.
It's a strong week for Anna. A very strong week. Nothing lower than 18.
Hey. I'm going
Alright.
to gift Mal and Ash my 2 best carvings because they're my best friends.
All right. I mean,
Yeah,
they
that's
are as strange as you are. They are touched by the gesture because they are of undefiably like incredible quality. Like they're really, really good statues. What are they of? The others you can sell for like maybe 10 or so gold.
Okay.
People want to like fancy up their bunks down where they sleep.
Yeah. Let me see.
And by this point, you guys are, famous. So once again, it is a case of more like high quality Anna stamped wood carvings just entering into rotation.
I'm going.
She's really starting to build up a portfolio, really.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, her stuff is known in here and the Freelands now.
Yes, I will sell. How much did I sell them for?
10 gold.
Total?
Yeah, they don't exactly have masses of money, so there's not a great market for selling them high.
That's okay. I just want people to like them.
Yep. It's artfully carved penises. The glands and veins are in perfect quality.
Delightful.
You could make out the subtle curvature of the frenulum.
I can't wait for Anna to just be recognized.
I've seen your signature on a dong before.
My wife loves your work.
Oh no, that was my mom's favorite part. Bonuses to anyone who gets that.
Nope.
No one's seen the Goonies?
Oh,
I have been
God.
for years.
Actually, I don't think I've actually seen the Goonies. No. I'll have to do that at some point. Oh yeah, is Thyri doing her mail thing?
That's a good point. Yeah, sure. I'm not cripplingly poor anymore, but I might as well.
Yeah. There's a couple of people who you took some mail for last time you went to the south and west. There are people who had, like, letters and shit to go up to the north and east, but that went with Elhran soon. A classic, not a cult.
Yeah.
I mean, which direction was that letter being sent in, Cynthia?
Do you have like where the circus was traveling between that time, or where they're going to be going? I imagine because they probably go in a route around the whole entire north here.
Tell you what, you tell me. Where is the circus right now?
Well, this time of year, they're probably somewhere around Grandis, possibly heading towards Telgardian.
Okay, sure. Then it's likely that your message went with Elhran soon, and then from him it went to a different courier. Jesus Christ. Big light goes by again. Yeah, Elhran soon would have come up to, like, this way, and then someone at some point would have taken it off the rest of the way to Grandest.
All right, then. Cool.
Indeed, if it went with your carriage, then it would be going the long way around. Wolf, bear, coiled snake, shark, squiggles, little squiggles. Which one is Mal and which one is Ash getting? Kina?
Sorry. Let's just roll a 2d7s.
Okay. So, shark for
One.
Ash and the squiggles for Mal?
Yeah.
Is it small squiggles or big squiggles?
1, 2, 3, 4. It is big squiggles.
Yeah, he appreciates a really sexy tentacle lady statue.
I'm going to keep. Actually,
The closest thing to porno they have around here.
I'm going to. I'm actually going to knock a couple gold off. I'm going to keep the little squiggle, the little squiggle statue.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna keep that one for myself.
Fair, fair, fair.
In fact, I'm going to show it off to Squiggles. Look what I made.
Squeak. And she will give the little squiggle statuette a pet.
I
Oh,
can't
damn.
forget.
Make them some nice scarves as well. Let's go back into the little NPC sheet. Slaves. Oh, wait, no, I need to rename that one. Best friends.
Yes. And this is best friends. Yay.
Let's see here. Comfy woolen scarf. People want scarf. Bloop. There we go. They appreciate your scarf and find the idea that you ride around on a T-Rex awe-inspiring and terrifying all at the same time.
That was really nice of you. Yeah.
I think over the week as well, like, people literally travel from places to come and see your T-Rex. Like, people come up from Watchland and the Druid's Grove and Maker's Rest to look at your fucking T-Rex.
I mean, shit, yeah, I'd go to see a T-Rex too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
what do you mean I
I
have to
would.
travel a day through the
Amazing.
snow in a storm to see a T-Rex? I get to see a T-Rex! That's dope.
Ah.
Do you let kids ride on Sunset?
Of course.
Sweet. Yeah, a few people are going to turn up, and children are going to take turns riding on Sunset.
Now the real question is, are you gonna charge them to ride on Sunset? You can make some money off it.
Only the ugly kids.
No. Nah, I'll do charity work today.
Sure thing.
Is that what we're
Battle
calling
Royal
it?
Master Fury Mortals.
And yeah, Viv will bang both of them if they want to.
Roll a charisma.
Are
Like
you
it's a persuade.
seducing
Anna's best friends, yeah.
That's low.
I mean, it's just whether they want some smash or not. Go to the
He's a
persuade and see
tiefling
if they're
too.
down
It's
to
not
clown.
low.
Get low, get low, get high.
Ha!
Okay. Yeah, alright then.
Three-way?
You end up in between Mal and Ash.
Yes.
Delightful.
Yep. Put in the D and D delightful. So yeah, she turns up with like gift scarves for them, and then like a few minutes later,
Pretty much, yeah.
it's just the way you guys roll, in style and deep.
Well, that's just the way Viv rolls. That's what she does.
Yep.
She's the best at it.
She's
She's
really
like
good
a-
at it.
Mm-hmm.
She says she's a sorcerer, but she's more like a bard.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
like
I
the
know.
Usain Bolt of sex. No way, like a three-way. Now, Frigus, now they're going to be trying not to get knocked up.
What, you mean slaves don't want to reproduce in slavery? Was
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they do, but reproducing in slavery when their master is leaving and also the parent is leaving, less so. Certainly less so.
I'm still
They're
trying to
well
get
enough
knocked up by
treated that it
Titian.
wouldn't be a problem except their siblings as well. And it would be kind of weird for both of them to have the same, like, parent, quote unquote.
Weird or awesome?
It would just be weird.
Or awesome.
Stop
Yeah.
straight.
So it looks like your first stop is going to be the Druid's Grove.
yeah, it's time to go see what the fuck's going on up in there.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Maybe we could get some delicious, delicious wine from them.
I hope they've been fine. Wait, do I remember this place?
Maybe.
Yes. I wish. Oh, I missed them. They were fun.
Yeah, they had some great, great wine. I have to pick up
Yeah.
a couple bottles of it.
I liked it.
Fawn wine.
It's a good time, that fawn wine. Alright, let's check out where's my grove? There it is. Gotta make sure that everyone's tokens these days are correct. This is a fucking army of you guys.
At least I stay simple with one token.
This is true. You do indeed. So
Not
we
having
have
like 20 tokens.
Jeanette, Saoirse, Anna, Thyri, Astra, Cynthia, Viv. I'm not gonna grab like all your companions and stuff, assume that they are all there with you.
I still ride up in a motherfucking T-Rex.
You do still ride up on a motherfucking T-Rex. Yep.
Oh, there's more of them.
Hey, look, it's
Oh,
Mercy.
there's more.
Yep. There are a number of other little like tents and things all dotted up and about, and some druids here and there. And yeah, 2 dryads.
Oh,
Triads.
Yeah,
pretty.
pretty dryads.
Ooh. My God, they're so pretty.
Yep. Yep, they are. I mean, they see you coming long before you see them because one of you is on T-Rex back. But then Sirisha will zip. Yep, into endless chocolate cleavage, where she disappears briefly before popping out the other side, wiggling feet. She receives many pets. And yeah, the goaters all seem pleased to see you guys.
I'm gonna hug the tree.
Of course you
Oh,
are.
both the dryads will look at Anna and smile, and the tree will hug you back.
Yes.
They cast wood form on the tree. It gains arms to hug you with.
This is nice.
And then it will, it will retreat its wooden arms and return to normal tree shape. And yeah, I can't be bothered to grab lots of tokens, but there are apprentice druids all walking around, and little other lodges and huts, all of them made of natural materials and such. Yeah, the fawns will observe you in amusement and greet you politely and warmly.
Thyri's just gonna hang back by the carriage. Too
Sure,
much gay here.
there are a few druidy folk that'll come up and approach you as well, because you are absolutely an enigma of race to them as well.
Yeah.
They will ask you questions and try to learn things. Do you divulge the depths of what you are and your mission?
Yeah, Thyri tells everything. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, awesome. Can you make a persuasion test? We'll just see how good you are at putting this information across.
Yes. Do they believe this isn't some elaborate ruse?
Yeah, no. There's no skill for oration, but I think persuade is basically that anyway. So go
Yep.
for it.
All right. Boom. Shit. Oh well.
This is the first time you've done the spiel. You know when someone's got the spiel all planned out in their head, and then when they try and say it, they say it all too fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically what happens there. You're you
You're
have the
just
whole
too
spiel, and it's
excited.
you just word vomit them by mistake, and you realize afterwards when they're still trying to gather the strands of your oration. They understand what you've done though, and it's pretty cool. And then a bunch of them we all want to go pet the T-Rex, and they all go to pet the T-Rex.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, the T-Rex likes to be petted.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, they literally see a T-Rex crest a hill. You say hill, there's no hills along these plains. So maybe the odd semi-soft snowdrift getting kicked over by it. But they went by road. Who has inspiration? That's a good question.
I do not.
Jeanette Donut's not. And
No, I gave my
it's not.
inspiration away.
yeah, no. The only
I don't
person
remember where.
with inspiration here is Cynthia.
I think that was literally the only thing I did last session was give away my inspiration.
Possibly, yes.
So, did I end and die again? Oh no.
No.
Okay, people are here.
Yep, all is well. Yeah, so what do the rest of you want to achieve?
Well,
More sex.
are they selling any of the fawn wine or stuff like that? Or is that just like something they just keep or whatever?
The what? Sorry.
The fawn wine, the stuff that is like an aphrodisiac or whatever?
Yeah, yeah. They it doesn't go off at all, and they produce it here.
Good. How much would they like for like 5 bottles?
Let's see here. I think it's 15 gold a bottle. No, it's 10 a bottle.
All right.
They'll give you a 5 off deal for buying 5 though, and give it at 45.
Okay, I'll take that deal.
Excellent. Buy 5, get 1 a quarter off. Well, half off even. And yeah, they will happily do so. They make pretty good money, and Viv is immediately going to try and score some hot druid sex. I love that it's like, you know, you've probably still got a few more hours of travel ahead of you, unless you want to make it like your daybreak here, and then just do the rest of the journey the next day to the to your other destination. There are certainly worse places to do so, and yeah, you could try and do the cerulean candle for everyone's inspiration.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Might as well recharge it while we've only got 1 use amongst us.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
everyone go ahead and mark that inspiration.
Yeah, mark inspiration, and yeah, you can enjoy yourselves, eat food, party, drink. If you ask the dryads nicely and pay a little bit of money, which they tend to spend on like pleasant things and flower seeds and all sorts, the dryads will ask the tree nicely to grow people different fruits.
Ooh.
Likewise, they have a little patch that they keep nice and tended to. Should probably like get a little icon. Oh,
Oh, no, Stray.
I think it's 1 use only. I don't think a cerulean candle has multiple uses.
Yeah, that'd be a little OP.
Yeah,
Let's just have inspiration every time we do a long rest.
yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
I'm just going to go say hi to that one. That one
I mean,
satyr
a
that,
candle burning all night generally is done by the next morning.
that one satyr that I
Yep.
slept with.
Yeah,
I
sure
can't
thing.
remember which one.
I think it was Skinny Goda. She was into the Eldritch Freaky.
I'm going to give her a big hug.
Nice. Yeah, give me whichever charisma test you would like to apply to this situation. All right. Let's get a persuasion from Astra as well and see if she can score herself a threesome or a moresome. Savin.
Sorry, what?
Would you like to do a persuasion for Astra? See if she can
Oh.
wing a threesome or a moresome with Cynthia there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not great at persuasion, but I believe in you. Yeah. Nope, she's stricken dumb by the dryads. They're just too pretty.
Too pretty. Nyah. So Cynthia, you're like going around to essentially arrange a threesome while Astra goes off to talk to a dryad, and then when you look back, Astra is gone, as are one of the dryads.
Oh god dang it!
And there is
I
just
told her not to start without me.
a rustling up in the leaves, while the other dryad is like looking up with a mixture of amusement.
I mean, I had originally just planned on saying like wing woman and trying to make it so like whoever she wanted, I would get them involved. But okay.
Yeah, no, she went up kind of like, you're pretty, and then just was totally unprepared for being carried away and did not manage to organize the threesome. It's just, hi. And then she just disappeared, vanished away.
Dang it! I told her not to start without me. Looks like I have to wait for her to come down now.
I mean, it's going to be busy with a lot of coming. And Cynthia, though, with your persuasions, you have managed to acquire yourself a druid on either arm.
Sorry.
Ba-dunk,
Yeah,
ba-dunk,
I was getting
ba-dunk.
some Badooks back and forth now. Sorry, girls. Looks like the main attraction for it is start without us. We'll have to try and go up in there and start with them.
Sure. Give me another persuasion. We'll see if the other dryad is down for you pulling a little bit of coitus interruptus to add more ladies to the. No,
Oh,
no. She
God
knows
damn
that
it.
her sister is really definitely a one at a time kind of gal.
Well, play the waiting game then.
Well, I mean, you say the waiting game. You have two partners, and they are going to be happy to drag you away into a different little cabiny room.
Yeah, but she's not. She'd rather just wait for her actual lover to get back.
Ah, okay. That's cute. All right, sure thing. Instead, they will just bring you drink.
I'll apologize for making them wait so long and having to hear that, but I'm kind of stuck with this and how I do things.
Yeah, no, they find it sweet and endearing that you aren't part of druidic orgy circles. As far as they're aware, the fact that the dryad up there only picks like a lady at a time is a curious and mysterious fact to them all. They were like that sort of energy in groups of people getting together and having fun, etc., etc. History.
Scared me.
Broke ass internet, dying and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ikino, want to make a test with cutie little Godo over there?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I should show off. I should show off my dancing too.
You could also try and enthrall her, yeah. Let's see a little performance then if you're going to enthrall.
I did that. It's only 11.
Oh, there it is.
It's not very.
Yeah, she passes with aplomb. You're going to have to just try a normal persuasion.
I understand.
I mean, she's happy. She enjoys your bell dancing and will clap a little bit for you.
Yay.
The fawns themselves will probably start up a little bit of music and stuff because they're fawns. They know how to fucking party.
Oh, they're just gonna start making dance. Oh my god, I'm just gonna perform for everybody.
Yep. So you got a singer, a player, and another one who did not do quite so well. It's probably a little bit distracted by the person dancing in her lap. So distracted by the
There
person
we go.
dancing in her lap. Of course.
See when I'm just performing for everybody and not like not doing anything.
Yeah, you don't have an
weird.
intent. You don't have an
I don't-
intent. So
As
just
long as I
fucking
don't
happen.
have an intent, I do something like this.
Incredible. Yeah, just incredible. So they're all amazed by that. But yeah, Thyri, if you want to leave your carriage parked, there's still like, places to sit and to drink and talk. And as well, like the fawn are interested in you, mysterious lycanthrope tiefling.
Alright, yeah, once the gay has settled down, Theory will probably come over.
Yeah. And indeed, as like some of the singing and dancing and stuff comes to an end, and people are like, eating and drinking, dryads are providing fruit and veggies. They're also providing meat, but not your jam, of course. You can sort of settle down and have a chat. One of these druids is exceptionally interested in the process that you've gone through. They've already known you guys to collect great beast blood and use its vital energies in order to perform rituals and acts. Quite specifically, that's how this grove itself started. So they're interested in the concept that it can alter like beings without killing them.
Yeah, Theory will absolutely explain all the stuff again. In fact, if they want, she'll write out a copy of her notes on the matter.
Sure, I'm gonna make a test for two of them. In a way, I'm kind of sad that like Druidcraft itself isn't a skill, but I can use just nature.
I mean, it's a cantrip.
Well, Druidcraft always used to be like a thing people like druids knew, like all of your like forest and mysticism and all of that shit. But it'll just sort of get rolled up into nature these days. But I like the idea of them like throwing the bones and that kind of shit, like literal, old druid things. Like they've had their bacchanal orgies, and then it's time to throw the bones and slit the blood, and etc. Yeah, let's see here. So yeah, with the 25, she's going to look over your notes and start producing some of her own. And they are slightly different to yours.
Ooh.
Wherein you quite literally use Eldritch forces to perform this, creation, this bonding of the ingredients, along with alchemist specialties that somewhat go over your head, but they happen to have that skill set, admittedly slightly different. They're druids. Druids are great at blood rituals. They're fantastic at it, in fact.
Yeah.
So she is going to make some amendments on your notes and improve the success ratio of the injection that you were able to create last time.
Ooh. Fabulous.
Yeah, so you might need a druid's help to do so in the future, but you happen to have Saoirse in the party, who is a druid and is capable of using druid slots instead of warlock ones.
Excellent.
Yeah. So if you want to record it somewhere, your recipe for it has been improved, and indeed it doesn't include witchcraft now, it includes druidcraft, which is totally different.
Totally different.
Even though it still has like the blood orgies and the
Different.
dancing on the moonlight, yada yada yada. In fact, stuff that usually a warlock would be called out for doing as evil, druids do, and everyone's like, oh, that's normal.
Yeah, it's
Well,
totally
not
fine.
normal. Old fashioned, I guess, is more how they are. But what you're doing is some pretty strange magic, so
Well-
it takes some old druid specialities to,
Well, yeah,
buff magic
warlocks-
that up a bit.
Warlocks and witches get their power from scary outside sources, and druids just get it from nature. And, everything that
Blood
comes from nature
orgy.
is great for you.
Yep.
Every
orgy.
single thing.
Blood orgies.
I mean, it sounds like a warlock could like hide by being a druid and this kind of stuff. That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a really apt way to disguise your capabilities, is by announcing that you're actually a druid and your forces come from nature.
And that's how Thyri worked for years.
I thought yours was actually
Yeah,
just
you're-
as a wizard.
I'm a wizard.
Yeah, you're a wizard, remember?
Yeah, I mean that makes more sense, like in hindsight, now that I know how druids work and stuff. But yeah,
I mean,
like
you're
up
part of
until
how
now, I've been
those
describing
druids came
Thyri as just
about,
being
but-
like a wizard cleric, multi-class character.
Yeah,
You were a
indeed,
white
like a
witch.
druid would. Yeah, a white witch. Well, yeah, she was a white witch, but the word witch still has its connotations, and we're just using that to be descriptive. Like, witchcraft was still like not a good thing.
Yeah,
Still isn't really.
but
nor
I
is
mean, everyone in
warlockiness, but
town
you
knew
guys are
that I was
powerful.
totally fine and safe, and nothing bad would ever
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, indeed, and you were really great at doing things like helping to deliver babies and curing crotch rot.
Yep.
Good old Auntie Theory's rash be gone.
Poor old Sarl Bulgruff had some issues with that.
He had what was it, sore muscles and a sore back.
Yeah.
You were more like his weed dealer, to be perfectly honest.
I mean, honestly, it would make a lot of sense if Thyri grew
Yeah.
some dank herb.
Yeah, I'm pretty convinced that when you're old and you've got creaky cranky bones, then really there's nothing better to do than just spend the rest of your existence baked as fuck. Surely.
Yeah.
What old pains.
And you don't get hungover from it either, so, it's pretty great.
Yeah, exactly. So you were probably just supplying him with herb.
Good old hobbit weed.
Yep. Oh, Ganjav, my favorite wizard.
That's totally what like the teenagers in town called Thyri too.
Yeah, fucking Ganjav. In Urban Arcana there is a character called Ganjav, and he is the weed wizard.
Excellent.
It's
He can
amazing.
He can reach into any sleeve of his robe and pull out like just fucking doobies and like pounds of weed.
Like, if you just sit by him for any amount of time, you get contact high.
Yep. He's a fun character. He's basically like a stony Deckard Cain.
Excellent.
Stay a while and listen. Smoke some of the herb.
Yeah, no, really, that was basically. In fact, I think that my opening line with him was, "Come, stay a while, get high with me."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Ganchoff is in fact the best.
Yeah, so if you would like to know that
No,
now,
we
you now
need-
have druidcraft adjustments made to your tiefling effect. You can still do the version with your own warlock slots. But the druid version is a little bit better. It's got some of that old magic in it.
Neat.
And it probably becomes a ritual cast, I guess. That seems to be generally the way it goes. You've got a ritual book, so I know you can record it even if you can't cast it, so people could copy from your ritual book. This is
Cool.
the druid craft for this.
Yeah, I will
You just
totally add
don't
that
know
to
how
the
to
book.
cast it yourself. Yeah, I guess note it as such.
I got it written.
There you go. Their fancy name for it.
Binding of Blood and Beast. Neat.
Yep. They can't not have a fancy name. Come on.
Now, if only they could find some way to not require Great Beast Blood, this would be much more applicable.
Yep. Sadly, that's far and again outside of their speciality.
Yeah.
I mean, they could tell you there's totally a replacement for Great Beast Blood. How many humans do you want to throw in the mix? Might be like 30 or so. Easy peasy.
Let's not ever tell my mother that.
It's like, yes, of course, this transformation's fine, but there's the danger and inherent troubles that come from trying to hunt down all the great beasts. 30 humans. You'd be like, what? 30 what? 30 batteries, did you say? Okay, sure.
Wow, only 30. I thought it would have been
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
bit more than
I thought it would have been more than that. Okay.
Yeah, it's
You
just
You say
the
30
most
humans, but I
dangerous
think you
game.
say... Yeah, I thought you said acceptable losses, actually, not humans.
It's okay, Savin. You can just go ask Jeanette to start pumping out Great Beast for you.
No.
We can do this.
Pumping out great gravy. Yes, you can all have your entertainments of the night, people taken away to their various rapey darknesses. A little bit of your reputation is spreading amongst the druids, which is fun. You already had one in a way, but, you know, always good times. Say, Anna, do you want to leave him with the carving?
Yeah. Yes.
Did I
Nice.
die again? Oh, okay.
Hello again. Alright, so yeah, you produce that, and one of the dryads, probably the one who, you know, went off with Astra and then eventually came back again. Whoop. Can I get a constitution save for Astra and see if that she has been given a rank of exhaustion?
Oh.
She's fine.
Ooh.
There's like a little bit of a limp as she goes over to join Cynthia. But yeah, the dryad will look over your lovely, elegant wood carving, and she will accept another piece of wood if you have it for me, and she's going to make a wood shaping test. Boo. I know, it's with advantage. Duh. You're in your grove. Yeah, that's a good thing, it was with advantage, holy shit. So yeah, if you're happy to give her a statuette, she will shape you one with her hands. You can see no, like, seams or carvings. It's like the wood just became a statue.
That was so cool. How did you do that?
She'll just smile sweetly. It's just a specialty of mine.
That was so cool. That was the best. It's so nice.
Well, I'm so glad that you like it. And
Oh,
they
thank
will
you.
proudly place your little wood carving beside the tree.
Would Squiggles like to spend the night with Anna in this sage?
Of course. She always spends the night with Anna, but then if the the fawn gets her involved more physically with Squiggles, then Squiggles will join in for the fun.
Oh my.
Does Squiggles
Yeah.
have a Shingus now?
I don't know.
I'm never gonna tell as well. This is gonna be one of those amorphous things where you never get to know because it just amuses me. All you get to know is that they all had a good time.
Squeak.
Squeak. Squeaks with that Harlequin squeak. Yeah, that's your time in the Druid Grove. Is there anything else that you try to accomplish while you're there?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome then. Doodle-doo-bip.
Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, you finished the night at the Druid Grove. Someone? Who did we
I'm
lose that
assuming
time?
I'm assuming it was Stray again.
Oh, hey,
Probably Stray.
Stray's still here.
Stray's still here.
Oh, it was a Stray for
Rem,
once.
Rem moved to general.
Oh,
Oh, he
Rem?
clicked into streaming instead of
Oh,
Jen.
it was round.
Okay. Regardless, though, my lovely dears, we have been going for 3.25 hours, I think, something along those lines.
Yeah, just a little over 3.
I guess.
I need to actually make myself a proper meal and have a drink.
Yeah, gotta get ready for
I need to
us
get
to
ready
all
for work.
suffer in Mers
For
and Hammer.
even more for everyone but me to die.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a rough Mers and Hammer.
It's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be a hard
that's
one.
gonna be a hard
It
one.
really, really is.
I'm
But
sure we'll
yes,
be fine.
So, as we leave off, our party is going to make the day's journey to Crossing. As you arrive, the weather does its typical job of starting to turn, this time not to a storm of rain, but to a soft falling of snow. It's a nice, peaceful late spring snow. And it is at that point that we're going to call it to a close for tonight. I hope that you guys have enjoyed playing.
As always.
Yep.
And if you're watching in the VOD or you're watching in the stream, I hope that you have yourselves a lovely motherfucking good time, and please do take care.